DC, the brain supreme, and my man Steve Rowland. We're kicking the flow. We're kicking the flow. And it goes a little something like this. Tag team, back again. Check it, direct it, let's begin. Party on, party people, let me hear some noise. DC's in the house, jump, jump, rejoices. There's a party over here, a party over there. Wave your hands in the air, shake the dairy, yeah. These three words, when you're getting busy. Whoop, there it is, hit me. Whoop, there it is. 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 Upside down and inside out, I'm about to show all you folks what it's all about. Now it's time for them to get on the mic and make this mother party hype. I'm taking it back to the old school, cause I'm an old fool who's so cool. If you wanna get down, I'ma show you the way. There it is, let me hear you say. Whoop, there it is. Come on, y'all. Whoop, there it is. A little louder. Whoop, there it is. Come on, y'all. Whoop, there it is. Louder. Whoop, there it is. Come on, y'all. Whoop, there it is. A little louder. Whoop, there it is. Come on, y'all. Whoop, there it is. Whoop, shaka, laka, shaka, laka, shaka, laka, shaka. 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 Point blank. Gin and juice I drink and bent as I puff on dank. Rock the mic, uh-oh, I crave skin rip. Find a honey dip to dip it in. Slam dunk it, stick it, flip it and ride that B-double-O-T-Y, oh my. Ooh, that's it, come on, whoop. There it is, I'm done. Whoop, come on, whoop, louder, whoop, give it to me. Whoop, come on, get louder, whoop, let it out, whoop, come on, whoop, up daisies, the underground sound that you have found amazing.
Let's go, Mr. England, my little finger. Mr. England, you were Makems, mate. That was the rumour. Stevie boy, what's happening, Stevie? What's happening, Dennis? Nobody talk to Dennis because he's a Liverpool fan. Luckily, I don't see him up that much of it at work now, but no space tonight. Been at work all day, mate, last 2 days. He sleeps as well, you know what I mean? Any windows up there? Just done an update there. Oh, let's have it. You know what? I wanted to play. Have you ever been to the Riverside, Mr. England? You been to the Riverside, mate? Look at this. Let me pause that music. Oh, if you haven't been to the Riverside, right? So, you know, when the players come out, every club's got its own like song, hasn't it? You know. So ours is Pig Bag. You know that. It's world famous, mate. World famous. Lou Don's in the house. Lou Don's having a late night. Stevie, yours goes. Come on, the butter. What, a full house there? Like if you can't fill the stadium against the Makems. Saying that like Pig Bag, Dennis. But you know why I couldn't play it? Because it's banned. That song. Oh, this internet doesn't want to start playing up either. I had to restart my internet there. It's all right, because Dennis is me man. Dennis lets me know, like on the old WhatsApp, you know, if we're having internet problems. We're having a few tinnies, like Dennis. I'll be putting the link out in a bit. Like I say, I've been to work all day. I've been to work the last 2 days, and I've been having crappy sleep, so I'm not really on form tonight. But you know what goes on. See what happens. Humble crumble. Pick up the humble crumble. Been having a little discussion about the humble crumble. Trying to work out who the humble crumble is. Go on, buddy. Go on, son. I hope I haven't got too much of a delay on as well. So I've been having a little convo with Neutrals. Anyone remember Neutral? You don't see that much of him now in the chat, but he likes a little flutter, usually on the horses and that, but he gave me a tip. I seen him in a chat last week, and I said, where's these tips anyway? You know what I mean? He used to always give us decent tips. He said, oh, I've got one for you. It was only called Moon Rock. I don't know if he knew the significance, you know what I mean? But he said Moon Rock. So I had a $5 each way on it, and it comes second. So I got my money back anyway. That was last week, and then he texted me today. That's the one, Stevie. He texted me today, and he said, what do you reckon for the match tonight? And I said, it'll probably be a draw. But if I had to bet, I would say 2-2. And Ben Doak to score one of the goals or score the first goal. But I haven't had time to have a bet on it, like, so keep guessing. Nah, we will, mate. I'm not that fussed. Doesn't matter. You know what? There's a few people on here, you know, there's a few accounts that are flying about now. I think the main one is the Commode one, in it, where people think it's Sean Wayne. One day I do, next day I don't. Like, he does type, he does comment like Sean, but he's not giving it away if it is him. You know what I mean? Oh, blue circle already on the old fire stick. I was thinking about that today, Lou. Yes, Clint, what's happening? Yeah, Clint, how's our mate? Fact, I haven't seen him for ages, man. He did comment. Oh, should have scored there, shouldn't he? Fours. It was transfer deadline day today as well, wasn't it? Dennis, what's happening with the transfers? Has there been any big transfers today, or does it finish at 12 tonight? Or has it already finished? I know Lat was supposed to be sold in for 22 million. Let him go, I say, like. There's no way Borough can turn £22 million down for any player. I was just on to somebody the other day about Adama Traore. Yeah, nice one, Clint. Tell him the Moons are asking after him, man. Yeah, I was talking to somebody about yes, Kieran. What's happening, mate? Kieran's buzzing at the minute, like. Seen him getting a big chuffy on last night with Arsenal. You can't. There's no stopping Liverpool at the minute, though, is there? But anyway, before I forget, Adama Traore, yeah. So I was saying, where the hell is he? And then he played for Fulham the other day, didn't he? Crossed the ball for the winner when they beat Newcastle. So we sold him for £20 million, and he could have been like, he was a superstar at the Borough. Did I see Randall there? Let's get it out of the way. Are we, Randy? Let's get it out of the way. 7-0. So there's only one place left in the Premiership next season, like second place. Going to have to resign myself to Leeds winning the league in February. Let's face it, if you're beating any team beating anyone in February 7-0 in the league, you know they're on a good thing, aren't they? Here he is, Northern King. We've got some classic Danny G. I'm not even lying, right? I seen a clip today of Danny, and it was the most delusional I've ever heard him. I think it's a couple of weeks old. It might have been when he was on holiday. He's got one of Mr. England's shirts on. You know, he's borrowed it off Mr. England. You'll see in the video when I play it at half time. But I think it's a couple of weeks old because it's when he had his skinhead. That's the one. Humble. I say, well, I watched a bit of that today on my break. A bit of that. But then delusional, that other clip of channel, delusional Danny G. Have we? Have we got a Nacho, have we? Yeah, so Humble, did you see that one today, mate, where he said he played crap? I played crap. But it wasn't about the golf today. We had some great fun today. $98 people. Just keep that in mind for when I show you this video later on. You might have already seen it a couple of years. It's only 5 minutes long. But it's the most delusional I've ever heard, Danny. Like, Humble's already seen it. He did. Humble. He didn't. He said he could have been the world's best golfer. And then he had to think about it and said, no, top 10. He was talking to people as well, man. There was people there listening to this. Go on, brother. Come on. Get it up, yeah. Get it up, yeah. Get it up, yeah. Come on. Second place, here we come. You've seen it as well, have you? Let's have a look at this. Oh, he's on. Ooh. It's a great ball. Nice finish, that, like. You see that, Randy? Nice side foot finish there. About 20 yards out, just outside the box. Is that a Nacho played for Man City, like, Dennis? Ooh, corner ball. Just at 11 tonight. Oh, it is him. How old's he then? That'll not be a bad sign in that. We must have sold Lart here, like, as he's not playing. I don't know, Randy. You might not know this, mate. I know you're a wealth of knowledge on the football, right? When Borough went up, I should know it myself. My brother will know. When we went up, the last time we went up in the Premiership, right? You know, we had a shit team. There was no way we were going to survive, you know what I mean? But we got a striker. We got this striker, and he was absolutely quality. It was about... it must have been after Alan Boxic. Remember him, Boxic? But we got this striker. He only played for one season for us. And it was only because Robbo was there. But, oh, mate, he just stood out a mile in our team, like. Can't remember his name, though. I'm sure he was Spanish. Scored a handful of goals, like. I think he did keep us up. Yeah, he played for Leicester as well, didn't he? That might have been him, Randy. Yes, it was. Up the Borough, Lordy. Come on, son. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Go on, Lordy, lad. Lordy will be able to hear that roar from his bedroom window, like. He lives in the rough bit in Borough, you know what I mean? Him and Tobbs and that. What's happening, Lordy? Hope you're good, my mate. You got yourself a girlfriend yet, lad? See, old mate Nutter's been getting a bit of shit as well, eh? Nutter's been getting a bit of shit. I popped in his chat this morning. I heard him whinging, you know. Whinging, victim claiming and that money. So, stop lying. Don't believe a word Lordy says. If he had a girlfriend, we'd all know about it. Saying that could be the reason why he hasn't been on YouTube for a while, like. If anyone doesn't know our Lordy, he's a Borough lad. He's all right. Like, he'll let you do out for him. It doesn't work and that, like. Yeah, boy. Still trying to think of another song for you, like, Peter. What was it? I believe in miracles. Where you from? You sexy thing. For some reason, Peter thinks I look like... well, it's either look like... Oh, what a save. Oh, let's put it back in the danger zone. Thinks I look like him out of hot chocolate. You know, the good looking one. Pick up the scousers in the house. What do you think about these pretendy DJs, Steve? DJ Cyrus, DJ Baz. I'm not going to bang on about Baz like and Cyrus and all that, you know what I mean? Because it's all everyone goes on about it. But I was on night shift last week, and I'm not going to lie. Baz had me in stitches like for 3 nights. Them lives he was doing. And last night he had that Mad J on. Did anyone see that Mad J, that Mad Scouser? Steve, I don't think you'll have seen him, mate, because you're not like a night person on here, are you? But there's this Mad Scouser who comes on now and again. He's always off his cake on the air. And he turned up on Baz's last night when he's got bipolar. And him and Baz were just like bouncing off each other, you know what I mean? Did anyone else see it? We'll have a look at them in a bit, mate. We'll have a little look at half time. Stick the link out anyway. I'll stick the link out and then some of my great mods, apart from Randy, because he doesn't know how to do it yet. Doesn't take his modding very seriously, Randy. I might have to take it off him and give it a humble crumble or something. Randy's a Leeds fan. There you go, mate. Got someone to bounce off in the chat now. Who's just paid 150 mil? Is that true? Come on. I'm looking at my chat there, that's all blue. Oh, yeah, there's a Birmingham player in there, young lad. Randy was telling me about him. Forgot his name now, but back in the goals, isn't he? 150 million, though. Jesus. We're all over you here, like, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. Romeo's been about a bit, hasn't he? Romeo never lies. Just looking at my text there, so our dog, Pfizer, yeah, the American bully. She's got an allergy, yeah, this skin allergy, and it doesn't. It's it can't be nice for her anyway. I think she had it for a while, and she, but it just seems to be getting a little bit worse in the winter. And we took it to the vets the other day, and they give us some shampoo, which was £35 for a little bottle of shampoo, right? £35. And they said if you want to delve into it a bit more, and find out what it is, we'll have to do some blood tests and some allergy tests. So she got the sent her a quote today for the treatment or whatever. This is just to find out what's wrong with her. £1,531. Said, oh yeah, no problem. Go on. Oh, is that a corner? No. Skied that one. We're all over him. Oh, you can't be They are, aren't they, mate? You know what? How can you justify £1,531 for £1,531 for some blood test? A blood test? Yes, Peter Mellon, what's happening? What's happening, Peter, lad? I think Peter was taking a back seat this weekend, wasn't he? Exactly, Andy. You've got dogs, haven't you, mate? £1,531. Who scored the 7 goals? Did Bamford get any, like Randy? Oh, glass back Bamford. Oh, what's that? That's terrible. Can't even get in the team. That's what I said to Thingy. Andy, I said to Randy. Oh. I said to Randy, I said, it wouldn't surprise me if we get Bamford on loan till the end of the season or something, you know what I mean? He's been here before. And we always take all the dregs, don't we? Is he not even getting in the team? He's getting on a bit now as well, like. Let's face it, though, he doesn't need the money, does he? I think we all know the Bamford family, don't we, and how much money they're worth. He's injured. What's up with him, like? Torn sock? Torn his sock? Let's have a look at the league anyway. Let's have a look at the league, what's going on in the league. Oh, it's still tight. It's still tight at the top, like. We need to beat used. We need to win this game, like. We're 7 points behind Sunderland, who were in 4th place, so 14 points behind automatic promotion. Tonight will be a good start, though. I want Liam Carty to come in as well, because Liam Carty has been acting a bit strange, Liam. He's been tagging me. In posts. One of them was yesterday. He tagged me in a post with Quaver Raver, three blind mice. But there was nothing in the post. And then one was the other night about 3 o'clock in the morning when I was at work saying, go live. Can you do a live? Crazy behaviour there from Liam. Honestly, Steve, you do it right, mate. You do it right, but you must be quite sensible, you know what I mean? And did that just go off there? James Slater coming in there with the big up the Makems show. Big up the James Slater. Come on. Knocking the ball about well, like. Get it in. Get it in. Tell you what, it's all Borough like. Go on. Oh, whistled past the post. I'm always behind, mate. Honestly, even with my super duper new Wi-Fi extender plug thing, I'm on 29 minutes now. Oh, that was a mistake. 29, 27 I'm on. Can't be that far behind, 'cause it's only half past. Look at stay there. Look at stay. I thought Salah, do you reckon I thought Salah would have gone, you know. He'd probably get his Premiership medal and he'll be off to Saudi or wherever it is, you know, where all the money is. I think team of the year though at the minute has got to be Nottingham Forest, hasn't it? I mean, if you take Liverpool out of the equation, yeah, it's probably the most open Premiership that there's been. Oh, there's a Nacho. He scored 3 goals for Seville in the Copa del Rey. He hasn't even scored in La Liga. Yeah, the Premiership's wide open, like, if you take Liverpool out of it. You reckon he'll stay? I'm surprised. Like, I'm surprised that he's been this good. Oh, Sunderland have just scored. It's just come through on my app. How far behind am I? Fuck's sake. I'm fucking miles behind. We haven't even scored yet. No. Oh, it's an own goal. Look at Cindy here just turning up. What's going on here with all these faces like? You batty fishers. You absolute batty fishers. Had to be an own goal though, didn't it? Can't score your own goals. We have to score them for you. Fuck's sake. What's happening anyway, Cindy? Cindy been putting some good posts out. Dennis, you can behave as well. Oh, that's terrible, that. Keeper had that covered there, like. Here he is. Just to wait till they score to come on.
Did it? Fuck the Smoggies.
Terrible, that, like.
Goal's a goal, innit, man? You've got to have some luck.
Are you right up? Are you on the fire stick, like?
Mm.
Mate, why am I always? I'm about a minute behind there.
It's on ITV, isn't it? ITV4.
Is it?
Aye.
I'm watching it on Sky. I didn't know it was on ITV4, like.
Aye, it's on ITV4, mate.
Oh, I might watch it on there.
Can you hear us okay?
I'll watch it on there, I think. So look, what's it doing on ITV4? Didn't know they had championship footy. So I'm on 34 minutes now, exactly. Is that any good? Oh, it's gone. Yes, indeed. You've been putting some, remember that flake advert? Only the crumbliest, flakiest chocolate tastes like chocolate never tasted before. I do remember that one, like. We've got some great halftime entertainment coming up from Danny G. One of the best 5 minutes I've seen of Danny, like. He's still doing them adverts. You know what I can't believe, right? Where's Steve McGeary? Steve McGeary or Dennis. So Jurgen Klopp, right? The money Jurgen Klopp. I don't know how much he was on at Liverpool, right? But he's a millionaire, multi-millionaire, isn't he? Why does he have to do an advert for, is it Trivago or something? You know, with these hotel things? That's just no need, is there? He doesn't need the money. Doing like adverts for fucking. Oh, could have been a penalty, that. Steve doesn't need to do that, does he, mate? You know? He doesn't need to. You know what I mean? It's crap advert as well. Could understand if it was like a Walker's advert, you know what I mean? Could understand if it was Walker's. Look at this. I'm going to ban this avatar, like. Look at this avatar here. Terrible, that, mate.
Hello, mate.
You can hardly recognise him with his hair cut. He looks totally different, doesn't he?
Oh.
Yeah, you'll be enjoying watching the Liverpool like this year, mate, are you?
Oh, yes. Yeah, we're playing well, aren't we?
For one, yeah. Can't see he's getting beat. Like, are yous...
We've got.
Isn't it the semi-finals of the League Cup tomorrow? Or...
Wednesday, we're 1-0 behind.
What happened there, like, in the first leg? Did you put a crappy team out?
No, we put a decent team out. We just didn't turn up.
Where was it again?
It was at Tottenham. Got beat 1-0.
Oh, you should beat them at home then.
Even though a fortnight before that we beat them 6-3 at their place.
You should beat them, mate, shouldn't you?
Well, we should do, but you never know. Football's a funny game, isn't it?
So you're on quadruple, aren't you? You're on for the quadruple, like?
I still are, but we'll not get that, mate.
Oh, take one game at a time, don't you?
Yeah. Got, I think, Plymouth on Saturday, Sunday. FA Cup.
I was at the fourth round we're out.
We've still got to go to Arsenal. No, Arsenal got to come to us. We've got Man City away. Apart from that, we've got Newcastle as well. We've got Newcastle at home. Apart from that, Everton away.
Don't you think though, Dennis? Like it's like this season. It's like the most open. Like anyone could beat anyone, can't they, on a Saturday now?
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it?
Like Man United, what is going on at Man United, mate?
Oh, God knows, mate. I just hope it continues.
I know, it's unbelievable, that.
I know. Something like 29 points. Something like 29 points behind us.
Newcastle getting beat as well.
Newcastle getting beat. No, they went on such a good run, didn't they?
It's always good to see Newcastle get beat at home, like.
Brentford beat them 4-1 at their place.
It's happening, Outlaw King. Good to see my mate. What's he saying here? I know, like Jurgen Klopp. I just don't know. I don't get it. Why he pops up on crappy adverts? Must have just had now to do that day.
He must be bored. Because it can't be for the money. Because he's got enough money,
hasn't he?
Yeah.
How much was he on? How much was he on a season there at Liverpool?
Liverpool, I'm not sure, mate, to be quite honest, but I know it was in excess of what I would say 7 million a year.
Well, they sign big contracts, don't they? And the thing is, with a manager, you can't lose, can you? Because you sign a big contract, and you're going to get paid anyway. Even if you get the sack, you get paid, don't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, aye.
So it's like it's a win-win, isn't it?
Are you a graft tomorrow, like, or you're off?
Yeah, it's my last one, don't worry, mate. Been a rough one today, like it's up and down. Like it was quiet on Sunday, but then today, it's like on a Monday. Are you?
I'm back
in the warehouse, like
I'm back in Wednesday night.
What's it like in there now? Can you move, like?
I've plenty of room, but it's been mad like lately, the last couple of shifts. There's Steve, Keyboard and Stevie there. He had 12 machines running. All told, on both ends, aye. Speed packer knocked about 30 odd pallets out.
You know what? I don't see what goes on that side, mate, but I know that they do when they're running, like they knock some shit out, them, don't they?
Oh, they're not, mate. But can you remember young Dan in the warehouse? He's left, hasn't he? So
Has he?
I've got all his shit and all when I come in the night, you know. Got his shit to put away before I even start mine.
You don't realise anyone in the chat heard of a company called Itsu. I've only just realised who they are. Like, we do all their stuff, don't we? That Itsu,
Right,
like,
yeah.
I've seen them
All
in
the
Tesco
rice
and that.
pots and stuff, aye. Noodle pots and that.
Where'd they come from, Mike? Would they just come out or something? They do like
No,
yogurts and all that shit, don't they?
Ages moon. It's all their Pekingese stuff we do. That's it. That's theirs.
Yeah, I heard in a chat somebody said, and I think they were on about that Itsu. They couldn't remember the name, but they were saying that there's this new like pot noodle out and it's unbelievable. I think that's what they're on about.
Mm-hmm.
Supposed to be quite nice, but we do millions of their stuff.
Aye, they are their stuff.
That's the one king, the Japanese food, yeah. Well, where we work, we do all the pots and that and put all the printing on them. It's mad that printing bit though. I never ever go in there, but fucking mad in it.
Mm. Yeah, have you been in? Have you seen all the colours and that?
Yeah, I've been in about twice, mate.
That's what they can do, like good stuff, like because they've got to get the colours, the exact texture, you know.
Yeah. Well, that's all good stuff, like. Even them. So, you know, when you buy, who's that? Have you seen that machine that makes the ice cream tubs?
IML.
Yeah, the IML thing, right? So it makes these ice cream tubs, you know, like it's like a walls or something in it, you know, or with the lids on and that. I bet they're expensive, them, you know.
Have you seen the way they do the lids? Because they've got to check every lid.
I've seen the machine running, but I don't know how it works, mate. I just see it.
You know the print on the lids, it hasn't been printing properly. So they've got one person checking every lid that comes out.
What?
Aye, every lid. It's one person there all the time, 12 hours checking these lids.
If you think about it, right?
You know, you still after 20 minutes on a night shift, your eyes start again stupid, you know what I mean? You can't do that for 12 hours, man.
If you think about it, right, packaging, no, you don't really, you know, when you go to Aldi and Lidl and Heron and all that, right? That's why you get it cheap in it, because the packaging and shit in it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're buying the top of the range like ice cream, like in a lovely like tub with a nice lid on, and you can use the tub for fucking nuts and bolts in your garage and all that shit, you know, when you finish with it.
Mm-hmm.
So say you pay £2 for that or £3 for that ice cream. You wouldn't be surprised to be paying like 50 pence for that tub, would you? Like,
it's got to cost 50 pence, hasn't it? You know what I mean?
It's got to be even more than that, isn't it?
I would have thought so, aye.
Because that's what you pay for when you go to Marxies and that. That's what you pay big money for.
I've seen the prices of the pallets that they send out, like how much a pallet is. You know, for the big pallets, the Itsu ones.
Yeah.
A couple of grand. Something's like £1,200.
Yeah.
I mean, there's bloody thousands and thousands of them in. But even so, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I can remember back in the day, right, where me and Dennis work, right? We used to make. Can you remember? Were you there when we used to make the sandwich wedges?
Yeah.
So you know when you go and buy it, and you go to a garage and you buy like a sandwich wedge, it's like triangle in it.
Mm-hmm.
So we used to make millions and millions of them. Like millions and millions. Like you wouldn't believe how many fucking sandwiches were out there. Like, would you?
Can you remember the ones that used to cut your hands to shreds?
Yeah.
biodegradable ones.
Yeah, that was that OPS sheet in it.
Yes, yeah, it was an absolute nightmare. You used to cut yourself to ribbons.
Yeah, outlaw. Yeah, we work for this place at back in the day. Only did it was thermoforming in it. That's what we do. It's like injection molding, but it's like forming air as well. It blows and sucks, doesn't it? Whereas I think injection molding is just like a vacuum in it. But there must be money in it. Must be money in it.
Must be. Well, they've always made money, haven't they? Every person who's been's made money. Like the different people we've had, like Reynolds and Syrup and what have you. They've all made money, or they wouldn't have bought it.
Mate, right now, right over the two, right? You could run a business with what we shot in the bin. Stuff we shot in the bin, couldn't you?
Quite, mate, yeah.
The stuff we throw out, I know it gets reground and all that, but it's scandalous, man.
It's absolutely crazy, isn't it?
You just see them throwing stuff out, and you just think, don't you realise you might as well just be getting a £20 note and just shotting it down the fucking drain?
Yeah.
Every time you throw something out, thousands of pounds all over the place, like rolls just lying about, thousands of pounds.
Have you been out there that side door and seen all them along there? You know, with the back of thermoforming.
Not for a while, but I know.
That's where I go for a sneaky flag. There's absolutely loads, mate. There's about 150 there, just left there.
It is bad, like.
Dennis,
go on.
A quarter of the warehouse is stuff that's come back that's been that hasn't been right, and they've sent it back. There's about a quarter of the warehouse full with all them. You know what I mean? Waiting to be scrapped.
You know what makes me laugh, and this probably happens in like loads of companies, especially at the minute. So say we send somebody 20 pallets, right? 20 pallets with say 100,000 trays in each pallet, right? So there's like 2 million trays. And it gets to their end, and however they do their quality control, right? They might randomly open a box, and if they find some crappy ones, they send a whole lot back.
Aye.
How the fuck could that be right?
I remember pissing down one day, and you remember old John? He got cancer. He put them on the wagon. When he put them on the wagon, he sent them away over to Ireland. He got to Ireland, and because they were a little bit wet, because he put them on when it was pissing down, he sent them all back.
Fucking hell.
Even though they're like double bagged and that, you know what I mean? Sent them all back. How much would that cost?
I know. It comes down to like the relationship they've got with the customer, doesn't it? You know what I mean?
Oh, I see.
You've got to have a bit of give and take, but it's customer's never right and never wrong. Sorry, customer's always right. That's the way it is, isn't it?
Yeah, certainly is, mate.
Honestly, King, mate, I don't know what you do for a living, right? But when you see the waste that comes out of our factory, it's just unbelievable. Like, it makes you cry, mate.
I would say they do at least 5 big dumpy bags, ton dumpy bags of waste a night. Easy. You know what I mean? And it's something like £1,500 to buy one of them dumpy bags.
Yeah. Hey Dennis, do you watch anything else on YouTube, or do you just
mate, just you?
Just watch this when it comes on, yeah.
Oh,
you're better off, mate, because it's fucking crazy, right?
Mate, I've tried, no, I just can't get away with it.
It's fucking mad, mate.
Yeah,
it's like it's the worst it's ever been. You know what the big topic is now, right? Is like nonsense. And if somebody called you a bacon, Dennis, what would you think? What would you think that meant?
A bacon?
Bacon.
God knows, mate.
It means different things to different people on here. It depends where you come from, right? A bacon.
I've called you bacon neck a few times.
Yeah. It's now to do with that, like.
I know that.
Andy W he's from the northeast, and he's saying it's like a copper, but depending on where you're from, right, it can either be a grass, a nonce, anything to do with kids. You know what I mean? It's like it's all about who's a bacon and who's a nonce on YouTube now in this corner. Really is like the dark side, mate. It's the dark side of YouTube. Proper twisted. But there's this fella Dennis called Danny G, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, it's hard to explain. I'm gonna put a little video up. He basically lives on YouTube, right? He's on YouTube, he's on Twitter, TikTok, and he's like, it's hard to explain, but
where
if you
does he
watch
get
this
time
5
for
minutes of him, well, he did have a job, but he got the sack. He got the sack because of YouTube, because he was on YouTube all the time when he was at work. He lives his life out on YouTube. But I'm going to put this video up there that somebody's put on today about him. It's only 5 minutes, and it just sums him up. You'll be able to work him out just from this.
I'm on making a doobie.
Yeah, man, you make your doobie, mate.
The wife's just told us I'm getting wrong.
How is Mrs. Dennis? All right, like?
Aye.
You looking after her?
She's laid in bed there.
Hiya.
How you doing? She's Scottish, isn't she, Mrs. Dennis?
Hold on, I'll give you the phone. You can have a bit of crack with it. Well, I make this doobie then.
You okay?
Yeah, we like the Scots over here.
You get to see it on
How you doing?
That's my day golf.
I'm all right.
You
How
get
are
to see it on
you?
Thursday.
Yeah, not too bad.
You get to see the greens.
So he was off for a little while, wasn't he? Didn't he have a little bit of time on the sick? How did that go? Like, was he doing your head in?
Well, right. Sometimes you can what he's like, don't you?
Aye, he's a good lad, Dennis, man. You know what? I miss him at work. I miss him because he was the only one who. It used to be funny. We were the only ones who had a laugh in there. Now it's just dead.
Aye.
You know, you've got to have a laugh, haven't you?
Well, you have to get yourself. Well, you have to get yourselves through the night, don't you? Or the day, whatever.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Of course you do. It's a long day, 12 hours, man.
Aye, definitely.
What part of Scotland are you from? Because we know there's a load of Scottish on this YouTube. We talk a load.
I'm from Edinburgh.
Edinburgh.
Yeah.
Are you green or blue?
Obviously green.
Green.
Yeah.
It's 50-50 on here. 50-50 with this little community we're in.
I'm more for the Hibs. So we're going with Edinburgh. My Hibs are Hearts, so you obviously go Hibs.
Yeah. So I'll tell you a few places. There's a few of the big channels. One of them's from Dundee.
All right,
One of them's from Bathgate.
Right, just outside Edinburgh, yeah.
One of them's from a place called Kirkcaldy. Have you heard of that?
Kirkcaldy, aye.
Yeah. And there's a few from Troon. You know, that's Ayrshire, is it?
I think so. Aye, I'm not too sure about that.
Yeah, it's on the west coast. That.
Ah, that's where they play golf, don't they?
Yeah.
Aye.
So I'm used to the Scottish accent on here now. Like I'm pretty good with them now.
Good.
She's more like a Scottish Makem.
So how long have you been away from Scotland?
I've been down here for 31 years.
So how come you don't lose your Scottish accent? Because I don't get that.
Well, it's because it's just the best accent to have, isn't it?
It's like the Irish. I know an Irish fella, right, who has lived in Manchester for over 30 years, right, and his accent's probably got more Irish.
Yeah,
and he's lived in
yeah.
Manchester. I don't know how it is. Don't you pick up any of the Geordie twang, like?
Why I do, yes. Yeah, obviously. Yeah. I try not to, you know, I try and keep myself Scottish.
See Moon when she's on the drink. And she's
Yeah.
had a couple of vodkas.
Yeah.
All the Scottish comes out and you can't understand it.
Saying that though, Dennis, where you were from, mate, like you were not that, you haven't really got a slang, have you? I think you can tell I'm from Teesside, but I think if you listen to Dennis, you probably wouldn't work out where he was from, to be honest, from his accent. It's not that strong.
To be sure.
It's quite like a posh accent, isn't it? Like for Northeast Durham's. Yeah.
He's quite posh, like, you know, then.
But we live in the posh end, eh?
Let's have a look here.
Thank you.
Roll. Think there. Everyone on here smokes weed, by the way. It's
just the done thing.
And it's absolutely everyone, mate, is like always. Everyone smokes weed.
Why not? Why not? Nothing wrong with it.
Are you still getting that resin stuff, like?
Yes, I.
Oh yeah.
I can get you some anytime you want, mate.
Oh,
from a lad from work as well, but that's all I'm saying.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
That's weird, that though, because you remember when you said you were getting it and that, and then you didn't even tell me it was from somebody who lived about 2 minutes away from me, wasn't it?
Acklam, that's where I was getting it from.
Yeah. Yeah, Northern King's the biggest stoner on here, like.
Aye.
He's Gav B. He's another one.
Moon, I can get an ounce. Get an ounce for 140.
An ounce of resin?
No, an ounce of the green.
Can you?
And resin, I can get Q for 50 quid.
A quarter? What's that? A quarter? That's still quite expensive, that then, isn't it?
The resin is
£200 an ounce.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was always cheaper, wasn't it?
It used to be, mate, but it's all changed, hasn't it?
What's happening, Steve?
You used to get an ounce for 50 once hour.
Mate, used to be able to get a 9 bar for what? A couple of £100, was it?
Yeah, aye.
Fizzy, I'll just give Fizzy a wave. Fizzy's our like dreadlock rasta. Fizzy. She reads people's she does she's got the gift, you know what I mean? You know, these people who can see in the future and all that then.
All right, aye.
She's gonna do me a reading, like, you know, where she tells me what's gonna happen in my life and all that.
Tea leaves and that.
I said she reads tea leaves, but she says she doesn't, like.
You're
she
going
does
on
the cards. I think she works off the cards, but
all right.
I think she has got a gift as well, you know. She susses people out like pretty quick, one of them.
Oh,
she gets vibes and that of people and that. Yeah. Super fancy. She knows all the good ones. Gav, what's happening, Gav? I think Gav there. Gav's the one from Kirkcaldy, you know, and I was telling your missus there.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's heard some Scottish woman on the panel, and he's just thought, ooh, and he's jumped in. Fanny rat he is, mate.
Is he? Oh dear.
Yeah, absolute fanny rat. Like, look at his bald head there. Look at him. Fairy Fizz once read Gav B's beard trimmings, apparently.
Oh.
Cuckoldy. Right, are you listen to this one. Listen to this then, Dad.
Listener.
This is Danny G, right? Let me share it. What the fuck? So this come out today, right? And I'm thinking this was made. He's actually said all this right a couple of weeks ago. But take note of the shirt that he's got on, Dennis. The shirt says it all about him anyway. But just check this out, mate.
Take it on.
You'll get to see where I land. Do you know what I mean? I'm listening. When I play with you and your son, Chris, I'm not even going to try that
Where
hard.
is he?
I'm here. £20
Where is he? Oh. I'm still learning with this thing, sharing the screen and that. One sec. Share screen. Share screen.
Pardon me.
Yeah, Chris, you'll get to see the greens. You'll get to see where I land. Listen, Chris, I'm not even going to try that hard. I'm here. £20 for your son. It's $26.50 for you and 20 for your son. Chris, I'm looking to enjoy your company, bro. That's all I'm there for. If I play amazing, I play amazing. If I play shit, I play shit. I don't care. I'm there to enjoy your company, bro. For many rounds to come in the future. Because me and you and your son will play loads of rounds in the future. So I'm there to just enjoy your company. If there's anything you want to pick my brain about, pick my brain. If there's anything I want to pick your brain about, I'll pick your brain. You know, it's all love. It's all love. And it'd be nice to meet your son because he's young. I said to Tony earlier, I said, George, it's going to be nice to play with a lad. If he's young enough, that if he carries on, he can become a professional. Without a shadow of a doubt. It's going to be nice to play with a young lad who plays football, and I can see the potential. It's going to be nice, Chris. It's going to be so nice to see your son with that much potential, yeah? And like get to talk to him and say, look, I made a mistake when I was younger. I found out what that in between my legs was for. My dad left me. He went to Gran Canaria. I had nobody to take me to golf, and I stopped. And it's the worst mistake of my life because now I've been living in a mansion. You know this, Chris. You can tell by my game, right? If I would have carried on playing from 13, I'd be a pro right now. Right fucking now. So it'd be nice to talk to your son and say, listen, stick to this. Stick to it. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Your life is golf. Your life is golf. Because when you become a professional, you've done it. Then your life's amazing. Then your life's fucking amazing. Do you get what I mean, Chris? You know, we would love, you know, I would love to see your son make it. It's like James. I would love to see James make it. I'm not one of them guys that's going to be jealous of somebody becoming a professional when I'm not. I'm not like that, Chris. The cheerleading with fucking pom-poms, right? Yeah? I don't hate on somebody's success. I try to emulate it. I try to follow it. And I don't hate on it. I love it. That's who I am. So hopefully, your son, through playing with me and having a bit of a chat to me,
Andy,
might realise that this thing here, mate, can make you a millionaire and you'll never have to work a day in your life again. Because golf ain't work, mate. Golf is life. Golf is the be-all and end-all. So if you can do that for your career, god damn, man, you lucky bastard. Tell you, I'll caddy for him, Chris. Pay me 10%, I'll caddy for him.
Tony, what do you mean by said I found out what was between my legs? What do you mean by that? When you said, you got distracted and you said I found out what was between my legs.
I know, Chris, I know, but
You said to YouTube, I found out what was with my legs.
I found out what my fucking phallus was for. My dad left, moved to Gran Canaria. I had nobody to take me to golf no more. Then I started going out around Doncaster clubbing at 13 and found out what
clubbing at 13.
So I was 35-year-old women at that age because they didn't know. And they should have known because I didn't look at them. Yeah, so I reckon there was a bit wrong in their head. But to me, it was like a badge of honour. Yeah, it was wicked for me, right? So, but I forgot about golf. I thought about women rather than golf. Yeah, going out with my mates, clubbing at 14 rather than practicing like I'd been for fucking 3 years. My dad moved away, moved to Gran Canaria to a different country. So he wasn't there to keep me on the straight and narrow. So what I did, as soon as I found out what that could do between my legs,
Waffle some shite, can't he?
So it might distract you, right?
Listen to this, though. Listen to
you've
this.
got to understand this. I'm going to say this to you, and this is real. When you see a vagina, it may look different. It may smell different. It may be different. But once you're inside it, it's exactly the fucking same. No, it's exactly the same, bro. No, but I know. No, James, no, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. Because it is when you first go in. But what I'm saying to you is after a while,
dear,
when you're
Wayne.
doing it, when you're about to actually do what you've got to do, yeah, it's the same, bro. The feeling after,
Yeah, hey,
it's
Wayne.
the same, bro.
Oh,
There's
no.
difference. So
Never.
find a good woman,
Yeah.
marry that good woman, have a good relationship, have lots of sexual contact, and you don't need nobody else. You only need one. You don't need 40.
Oh, fuck's
Now, I
sake.
wish I had
Who's
somebody
that
when I was
telling
younger telling
Mike
me
get
this.
Mike
Daddy,
pull back
get on the
in
golf
that for
course.
that
I know
foul.
your dad's got, yeah, but
Doubt it, like.
you know, get on the golf course, get over the field practicing. I had bad influences around me.
Looked offside to me, that.
Who was saying, let's go clubbing.
Oh, they,
Some
watch
milk,
here.
mate,
This
because
foul
they
here.
wanted me there because I was young and attractive.
They took
to
him
pull
out
the
from
milk,
behind.
right? Fuck
I think
that.
that's what they.
That kind of advice
Oh,
through in my
deny
life.
Mike laying off
My
and
dad
all that.
fucked off.
Or was that that
So my dad
one on the
never
right
gave me
not
the
playing
advice
him
I
on?
needed. I was listening to friends.
What was the fucking
Right?
keeper
And they
doing?
gave me friends, bro.
Oh, well,
Yeah, I thought there was friends, right? But I was playing off an 8 handicap at fucking 13, bro.
He's played off at
I was
8
an 8
handicap at 13,
bro.
yeah. It's
I'm an 8
total
handicap
bullshit.
now. I can
Yeah.
only hit the ball 200 yards.
The fucking
How
hateful
can
of
I be
mad
an 8
dogs.
handicap? We can only hit the ball
Mate,
200 yards with a
Dennis,
driver.
right? This is what he's
No,
like
ball was there.
all the time,
I
right?
went dead
About
straight on the fucking
everything.
phone,
Oh dear.
now
He's
I'm
on
the
he's
same
on
handicap.
YouTube
I've hit the ball
all day, right?
350 yards.
TikTok, and he just
So
talks
imagine if I would
bullshit
never followed
like
the
this.
family,
Did
never
I
got
not
all
see
day.
a video?
never listened
Did
to
you
my
not
mates.
put a video of
Just
him on
played.
the golf course?
Now I would be the best in the world. or
Yeah,
the
on
top
this
10,
channel
bro.
we go in on him.
I've
Me
ruined my life.
and me mate, the Northern Kings, is
Don't you
biggest
know
fan.
it?
Like we just go in on him, you know, because he's
I
just
should have been a pro
fucking funny. Honestly, mate, you get the gist of it, don't you?
Mm.
That's what he's like, man. He's absolute torture, mate. Gist of it, don't you? Let's get rid of him anyway. Yeah, a lot of people on here, you know, they don't like him.
I'm not surprised.
you get a laugh out of him. Who's this talking fucking Russian? Who's the Russian in the chat, Dennis? Can you read that? You know what that is?
Mate, I can't get the chat on. I've got to come off to get onto the bloody chat.
Oh, dear.
For some reason, you know what I'm like with these.
I was like that, like when I first come on. Like I'm still a beginner on here, me.
Etios.
Is it Greek? Is it Greek? It looks Greek, that name.
I think it is Greek, mate.
Etios.
You know, ask him to put some subtitles on.
Yeah, Dennis here. He's had I think I'm pretty sure 4 hole-in-ones he's had. Most people spend the whole life dreaming of a hole-in-one. He's had 4, mate.
Aye.
Oh, that account's a day old, yeah. That Russian one.
Oh.
Yeah, man.
Oh, it's definitely Greek, like.
Oh, I can't believe we're getting beat 2-1. I did say 2-all, right, but I didn't even put it down.
Nearly 3-1.
Was it? Why am I so far behind?
Go on, bloody ITV4.
Why am I so far behind? No, I don't get it.
Have you got ITV?
Oh, they should have scored there, shouldn't they?
Have you got ITVX, Wayne? Mooney.
I have got ITVX.
ITVX on. Then go to ITV4 there, and then it'll go straight live.
Oh, yeah, ITVX. Let's have a look. Oh, no. ITVX. Let's have a look. Do you watch telly like Dennis?
I'm
Do you
watching
watch
it.
many? Do you watch many box sets out like that though?
No, mate, I never get time, mate.
I've watched a good few box sets this week. Like,
We've been watching.
what was it I watched? It was a spy thing, right? It had some beauty actors in. Black Doves, it was called. You heard of that?
No.
Has anyone in the chat seen Black Doves? It's thingies in it. That Sarah Lancashire, you know.
Oh, yes, I. She was
Some
on
beef on
Collins
now,
one.
like.
was
Keira Knightley. Keira Knightley has the
Oh,
main part in it. Yeah, there's loads of.
Who's this through? Is it Sky or Netflix or what?
That was Netflix, I think.
I didn't watch many at all, mate. Football, sport, films, old films, gangster films, stuff like that.
You know what? I used to like a good film, like, but I don't know. I like the old 80s films, mate. You know, they don't make them like that, do they, anymore?
Goodfellas and stuff like that.
Yeah, like, I like a good slasher movie. Good slasher film, you know. Just don't make them like that anymore, mate. They're all too many, what do you call them? You know,
and you've run out of ideas, haven't they? Because have you seen the new one that's out now, Dogman? Dogman?
What's that about?
I don't know, half a dog and half a man. I said to our lass earlier on, I said, oh, you definitely run out of ideas now, like. All I say is it's a Bane's book, but you've made a film out of it. Dogman.
I tell you what, like.
Who?
Has anyone seen Nacho Libre? Have you seen Nacho Libre, Dennis?
No, I've never even heard of it. No.
Yeah, has anyone in the chat seen Nacho Libre with Jack Black, where he wants to be a wrestler? He's a monk in a monastery, but he sneaks out on a night, right? I think he's in Mexico or somewhere like that. He sneaks out on a night to go and watch these wrestlers, you know, like these you know, Randy knows it. What they're called, Randy? Is it in Mexico? They're like you know, like over the top, a bit like WWE, but not as good, like a WWE from Aldi. But it's funny as fuck, mate. It's one of my favourite films.
I like Jack Black. Like he's all right.
Yeah, what's that, Dennis? Like Nacho Libre, you like that because you like my humour. You know what, no, Dennis? Right? I tried them. You know our banter that we had at work.
Aye.
Like me and Dennis are about the same age. I've just gone 52. I think you were about the same.
53.
A bit older.
53.
Oh, Burroughs just scored.
Yeah.
Let's have it on. I've just found out on the app.
Nice.
Let's just watch this goal and then. Oh! Get up there, son. Who's that? Hackney. Get it up, you king. Get it up, yeah.
Came on.
It is like, I'll tell you what. It's a good derby, like, isn't it? 2-2, 4 goals.
Aye. You said 2-2 and all, didn't you?
Yeah, so Gav, right? See, Gav likes a bit of humour on here, but the people that come in this chat, right, they know the humour that we have in here. Like, it's all based around sarcasm, isn't it, basically?
Aye. But it's all good, though, isn't it? You know what I mean?
So me
That's
and
why
Dennis,
I like to come on to yours.
Be like daft as brushes, like absolutely daft as brushes, you know, just... It was different crack every day, though, wasn't it, mate?
Oh, yes. I don't think there's many people could understand the crack we did have, mate.
Mate, I still try it, right, on the newbies. there's a lad at work, right? He's daft. He's a bit daft, right? So, and I even said it with today. You know, if a lass comes in, like a new lass on the shift or something, and they're overweight, I'll go up and I'll say to him, "Oh, she's just been asking me if you were married," and he'd be like, he doesn't get it. He goes, "Fuck off, fuck off."
Oh, Wayne.
Like, honestly,
should have been a goal there for you.
Oh, never. Oh, yes. Oh, to say. Yeah, it's just like, oh, how did you miss that?
Can you remember when the Polish lass started on our shift, on B shift, and she said, because Barry was running the shift, remember Barry? Baz? He's on here, isn't he, Baz? Our Barry.
Yeah.
He was running the shift, and I says to her, she asked me, what you call him? And I told her that his name was Noble. So she was calling him Noble for about a week. But it was like, you didn't know what was going on, you know. She said, fucking call me fucking Mickle, you bastard, you call him Noble all week. Noble.
So Dennis will love this one, right? So Dennis is a bit of a hothead, right? So remember that day, right, when he lost his rag at work, right? And like he absolutely lost his rag and just walked off the shop floor and said, "I'm going home," right? He got halfway home and realised he'd left his phone on the machine. And everyone's like, "Oh, he's walked out. And then he come walking back in with his tail between his legs. "Oh, I forgot my fucking phone." But there's absolutely everyone in the whole factory like, "Oh, Dennis is in the right mood," and I'd just go over to him and just fucking torture him. I'd be the only one who'd get away with it, like, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking hell. The thing is, when you work in a factory, right, that's what factories are like, aren't they, mate?
Yeah. We had new starters come in, and I would say go over and call him Curtly Ambrose. And the wood, wouldn't it, you know, yeah, honestly.
So Dennis is only called Dennis, like, because that's the nickname I give him on it.
Yeah, Dennis Wise.
And it's just stuck for years because he looks like Dennis Wise. He's a nasty 5-footer. He looks like Dennis Wise. So I've always called him Dennis. Like
5'5.5", thank you. We had some fun, like, didn't we?
You don't realise until it's shit. You don't realise how funny it was. You know what I mean?
You know, until you can't do it anymore.
It did look like a penalty, that, like.
Did I?
I tell you what, if this finishes 2-2, I told me mate today, I said 2-2 or 1-1.
Told us earlier when you first come on. 2-2, you should have the best.
I had my tablet.
I'll go and get it.
Do you still have a bet on the footy, like, Dennis?
No, I made all I do was the Super 6. That's like free anyway, you know what I mean?
So what have you got to do with that?
Just predict 6 scores. It's on through Sky. But there's a league I'm in with at work. Remember Peter Easton and all them?
Oh, yeah.
Remember Doug out of the OPS?
Do you still talk to them lot, like?
Aye.
Dougie Wetherill?
Aye. All of them.
Mate, they were the good days. They were the good days, them, man.
Oh, they were brilliant days, man.
They were funny as fuck, them lot.
Running up and down
they were all ex-miners, though, weren't they?
Aye.
Proper hard as fuck, man. You wouldn't mess with any of them, like, would you?
Proper hard, proper
you wouldn't mess with you. You wouldn't mess with Dougie Wetherill, like.
Because they'd clip you for no reason, like.
He was a man of few words, though. What he Dougie?
He was just, he he was mad, wasn't he? I was his number 2 for about 3 months on the OBS line. I was putting the bags up with a fork truck and that, you know, and doing all the grinding and that. Oh, honestly, a man of few words. You didn't know if he was funning or he was being deadly serious. You just couldn't work him out. You couldn't work him out. So I was taking the piss out of him when he would go like down on us like a ton of bricks, you know what I mean? And other times he would just slap it off. So in the end, I just didn't speak to him.
What about Paul Tate? He was funny, wasn't he?
Tate, yeah.
Do you remember him? Spud?
Speak to him regular, mate.
He used to do this thing, right, Dennis? He used to do this thing, right, where, you know, that commentator on the Grand National, and coming to the third fence now, and he used to do this thing every day, right? And he'd bring everyone out the factory in, right? And he'd call them a name like in a horse race. It was fucking funny as fuck. Honestly. What's happening here? What's Gav said? King, I'll watch that. Warrior, have you seen that? Warrior. Outlaw King said we've got to watch Warrior.
I've seen the Warriors.
Remember
that one?
Yeah.
Warriors come out to play. Remember that one?
Yeah.
It was at the same time as the Wanderers, wasn't it? Don't fuck with the ball.
The Wanderers and the Warriors, wasn't there?
Aye.
Don't mess with the Baldies, wasn't it?
Don't fuck with the Baldies.
So if you're the same age as us, right, you'll remember when VHS videos come out. Remember that?
My eye. Betamax was the first one, is?
Well, I think my mate had a Betamax. We never had one, but there would be before VHS.
We never had one either. I think they come out just before the VHS, so a lot of people bought them, but there wasn't many like videos made for them, you know, because it went straight onto VHS and everything got put through VHS.
Yeah, because they were massive Betamax, weren't they? You couldn't do just a big ugly thing, weren't they? About a foot long, about a foot deep. But I remember when videos come out, and
you used to get the man coming round every twice a week with the band and take the videos for a pound or whatever it was.
I used to go to the video shop and you had to wait a week for the best film because they only had 2 copies of it.
Yeah. Pre-order your slot, hadn't you?
And you had to rewind it, didn't you? Make sure you rewind it when you've watched it.
You'd get wrong, wouldn't you?
And you got fined. You got fined if you didn't bring it back on time.
Didn't fetch it back on time, aye.
They used to make good money, you know. I know people that who were rich now when they started off doing video shops.
I bet they did.
But it was like it was when like the Evil Dead and that come out and it was banned, wasn't it?
Can you remember The Burning?
Yeah, I remember the film. Yeah, The Burning.
Yeah, I've still got that upstairs. Like I got it and it got banned. And I just got it before I got banned. I think it might be worth a bit of money now.
Well, that's the type of films I'm on about. There was another one, I Spit on Your Grave. Remember that one? That was banned, wasn't it?
Oh, Wayne, I was there. Remember that when I was a kid. And my father had it down in the sitting room. And I walked in and my father looked at us and he's starting away at that lassie, you know what I mean? I was like, oh, what's this? My father went, in the kitchen.
They made a remake of it, didn't they?
Oh, I've never seen that, but I always remember that was my first thing I'd ever seen, you know what I mean? My father sitting watching it.
You know what one of my favourite programmes of all time is, right? Is The Young Ones. That is like what I grew up with.
Brilliant, wasn't it?
Mate. Unbelievable. Brilliant. I know every word from every episode of The Young Ones. Like, just unbelievable, man.
Yeah, good.
When they got to remember that, when they got a video.
Like punk groups on and all, didn't have bad manners and stuff like that on.
Yeah. It's all down to Ben Elton, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ben Elton was behind all of them
money. All the time as well, wasn't he?
But can you remember that episode when they got a video recorder and Rick Mail's like, have we got a video? Ooh, have we got a video? And then the black dot comes on, 12 o'clock back in the day when the little white dot used to come on the telly when it went off. And they were all sat watching the white dot, and Rick goes, "Oh, wish we had a video so I could record it and watch it tomorrow." It was just fucking classic comedy, man. Yeah, Rita Sue and Bob too, another classic there.
Aye, that was a good film now.
Yeah, you don't get them anymore like that, man.
Well, you can't do it anymore, can you? You can't do. It's like all the series you had. You can't do it anymore, you know what I mean? It's not practical in this day and age.
Who was it?
Have you watched The League of Gentlemen, Moon?
Yeah, quality.
It's
Love
brilliant, that man. Absolutely brilliant. Especially when you're stoned and all. Absolutely brilliant, mate.
You know the bloke who played one of the main parts with the bald head. He done a series. I can't remember what it was called now. It was like there were dark comedies. They were about an hour long, and there was
trying to think.
They were all like. I think he worked in the shop. He was one of the the shop, the village shop,
the local shop for local people.
Yeah, funny as fuck.
Inside, what is it? Inside.
It's that type of humour, though, isn't it? There's not like that anymore now.
Number
10.
Can you remember a show, right? Somebody mentioned it, right? A couple of weeks ago, I was in a chat. I was watching. I think I was at work, but I couldn't comment. And somebody said, "Do you remember a show, a series called One Summer?"
One Summer.
One summer, it was a scout. It was two scousers, right? Two scouse lads. They were teenagers. They ran away from home, and they went to the country. It was just about them running away from like home. It was proper 80s, like One Summer. It was called. It's on YouTube. Watch that, mate. That is quality.
Was it? Tell you what, always. One of my favourite films was, because I've done it at school as well, and that was Kes.
Oh, mate.
Yeah, Kes. Hands off cocks on socks.
You got to crack. Yeah.
Especially when they play football, and it's Man United, and he's dirty as out, isn't he? Takes a penalty, misses a penalty, makes him tag it again.
That's the quality film, Kes.
He spends Judd's betting money, doesn't he? And Judd's bets come up. Oh, excellent. That was excellent film. Excellent actors in that and all.
Northern Kings on it. Dennis, can you see that chat? Click on that link.
I've got to go. I'm going to leave you to go into the chat. Hold on.
Well,
I'm still here, like.
You can go back to it, right? He's put the link in
right,
there.
I've seen it. I've got it now.
For the whole series. If you click on that, that's the whole series, mate. Watch it. It's quality.
I'll get on my stick, mate. You know what I mean? I'll just look for it on my stick. I'll get it on there.
It's proper 80s drama. I tell you what I watched the other week as well. Boys from the Black Stuff has just come out on iPlayer.
All right,
Remember that?
Wouldn't know, wouldn't it? Give us a job. I can do that.
Nah, give us a job.
Give us a job.
But if you look at the actors in that, they're all like they all turned out to be like quality actors. You know what I mean? He just died last year. Yoza.
He died last year.
Steve, was it you who was mentioning that One Summer? I think it might have been Howlerhead. And they were all saying, "Oh, yeah, it was quality." Icky, one of the lads was called. They used to say, "Icky, come on, Icky, la." Yeah. Anyone who hasn't seen that, right, who's like our age and likes the 80s drama, go and watch that. Quality. Yeah, Steve. See, I've got a good memory. It was you and Howler, yeah. Quality of that, Steve. It was Icky La, wasn't it? Come on, Icky La. You know what you never hear on here, right? there's a couple of Scousers in the chat now, right? How come none of the Scousers in here say "come Ed"? I've never heard any Scousers in here like say "come Ed."
Come Ed.
Well, that was Brookside, wasn't it?
Oh, Brookside, I'll have to say.
Yeah, so it's a Scouse thing, isn't it? "Come Ed."
Mm.
You never hear it. There's loads of Scousers on here, right? And there's a lot of them say "lad" after everything, you know, "Are we lad?" But you never hear them say "come Ed." I think it died. Shooters. I think I've seen Shooters. Have you seen that, Dennis?
No, I haven't. That.
Oh, Steve says "come Ed."
Mm.
So what's that translated, Steve, into English? Is it like, "Away, let's go. Time to go"?
What's Come Ed, Mum?
I don't imagine so.
Come on.
Come on, yeah. Dennis, so does the wife say, have you ever heard her say "hing me"?
Hing me.
It's the "hing me." It's like, you know, we say,
The thingy.
yeah. It means thingy, yeah. But they say "hing me." it's probably a funny word.
Do you say hing me? Hing, you know, like the thingy. No, she says the thingy.
Yeah, thingamajig. That's the English version of it. Thingamajig, the "hing me." It can mean anything, I suppose, can't it?
Mm. Jig.
Yeah, see Scouser, another big Scouser in the chat. Scouser, are you jumping on, or what? Yeah, there's loads of Scousers and loads of Scottish on here, Dennis. I would say there's more the Scottish are making all the headlines at the minute. All the trouble's coming from the Scottish, like.
What, on YouTube?
Yeah, we just honestly, mate, it's like I tried to get you into it, didn't I, a few years ago? Like, it was when Exposure TV and there were a couple of big channels. They've gone now, like then. But you know, these new channels pop up, and it's just it goes up and down, right? Some weeks it's good, a good live, and everyone's in a good, but everyone's like, "Oh, that was brilliant," you know what I mean? But then the next day it'll just be back to like slagging everyone off. Everyone's
Just
slagging
depends how
everyone
much
off.
they've had to drink on the night.
They're all under the influence. That's the thing. That's the whole
you
thing
can't-
about it, mate. They're all under the influence. Like,
Maybe it's always nice during the week and gets the weekend and they on the drink and they mix them with drugs and stuff and they just lose the plot. Yeah.
yeah, like Northern King's been about as long as that. He's been about longer than me anyway. But I think I've had my channel 3.5 years, right, Dennis? And you see how we've got 10 people in here now, right? When I first came in here, there was a channel, right? It was just a lad like me. He come on, he had no gimmicks, he never played any music. It was before anyone was sharing screens, and he had 1,000 people in his chat every night, mate. 1,000 people. Can you imagine that?
Mm.
And it was absolutely brilliant. Like, it was just 7 o'clock every night, right? Your day revolved around it. And everyone just, hundreds of people just waiting for this kid to start. He was only a young lad. But that's where we all started. We all started watching.
So was he good, like?
You know, a lot of people, he had his haters and that, and people slagging him off, but he just had the charisma and that, you know what I mean? He had a good personality. I think Fighting Trolls, it was called, the channel. But it's all, I think his channel's still out there. You can still, like, see all his lives and all that, but I'll see if I can find some of. I'll see if I can find a little clip. Yeah, he started. He had like 1,000 people in his chat, right? Like for a good. He ran the show for about a year or year. And it was just after COVID when all these live chats started coming out, and he was like one of the first ones to do it.
Right.
And but in the end, it started getting nasty. He was getting trolled, and he just gave up in the end. You know what I mean?
Had enough.
He was getting that much shit.
Yeah.
He just gave up.
Well, you didn't want that, man, do you? You know what I mean? You just want a bit of crap, don't you?
But when you look back, this was only a few years ago. When you look at it now, right? The most anyone gets in a chat now is 200, 250. There's only a few channels that can do it. But he would have 1,000 people in every night. People just loads of people jumping on the panel, loads of characters, and it was just quality. It was quality. See if I can find one. Look. I get tortured because they all say I worship him. You know what I mean? Because like I was one of his biggest fans, you know, and I get tortured over it now. Like, there's some good. You do get some good stuff on here. We only watch a little bit. We only watch half a dozen channels, but it is known as the dark side. Like,
yeah,
this is the dark side of YouTube.
all I watch is this space. I'm subscribed to a couple others.
It's
Big
mad
G.
though because it's addictive. It's as crazy as it sounds. It is addictive. People won't admit it, but you try and turn it off, or you try and have a little break from it, and you just end up. You last about a day or two, and you just end up going back and watching. So look, see if I can find some of this lad here. Because nowadays the channels they've got that many options now. A lot of the channels, right, Dennis, they'll come on like me and they'll share the screen with somebody else who's live, and they'll just react. They'll react live to a live. You know what I mean? It's usually people who have fell out or they're arguing, so they'll be talking on another live, and they'll have people on their panel slagging them off while they're talking.
Yeah, like a bitch fight.
It's funny for a bit, but it just gets fucking boring.
Out of hand. Stupid.
But there has been some characters over the years, like, oh, dear, mate. Fucking hell, is there?
I bet.
You know, there's been that many fucking fights and that, and people, there isn't a day goes by where somebody isn't turning, like, oh, you don't want to turn up on somebody's doorstep and that, or somebody giving the fucking postcode out.
I can't get nasty then.
So this is Pablo, right? This is a lad I'm on about here.
One sec.
Did you hear that?
Aye.
Hello, dude. I'm hard as fuck. So anyway, first of all, so let's get started. First, Dean, you're a fucking bellend. Last July, I spoke to Dougie Joyce, yeah? Dean, you're a fucking bellend. You know what I mean? Fucking belter, bro. Fucking belter. So, one sec.
He just sit in his bed sit, right? This is just like his bed sit, you know what I mean? And he just sit in his chair for 3 hours every night and like have 1,000 people watching.
It's up all the fucking lemon and sniffing, innit? Anyway,
So how did he have all them?
You're a
Because
fucking bell end. Come on, this fuck.
to me, all he
I
fucking says is Bell End. He's about as fucking
Doug,
interesting as
Yeah.
that fucking.
You're like, mate,
What,
he said that, blah, blah,
what
blah.
this is
Then,
a channel that has clipped him, you know, like has made a video of one of his lives, and
He said,
that's why it looks like it's repeated itself.
Put it down as 200
All right.
pounds. Like, okay, so yeah, no problem. And he said, obviously, we'll be selling all the tickets. He said, but blah blah blah. So I thought to myself, oh, fucking buzzing, mate. Anyway, so not going to put my PayPal up then, yeah. So once that happened, they phoned me and said, fucking hell, lad, the pay-per-view sales have gone fucking right through the roof since that happened. Blah, blah, blah. What happened then was I phoned Dean up, have about half an hour chat with him. He's like, I'm in work till 7.
If you don't know what this was about, right, Dennis, it'll just be like double Dutch to you. But people who know what he's on about, like, funny as fuck, you know what I mean?
Sales, there wasn't all this and that, yeah. I knew there wasn't that much sales. I do feel like crying, like.
But that was the kid anyway. That was the kid who ran YouTube for quite a while. Like,
dear me.
Yeah, man, it's good that you jumped on anyway, mate. Because fucking hell, I think I've seen you once or twice in about a fucking.
I tried to come down, mate, on me last one. You know what I mean? But I was in a rush. I needed to get home. Oh,
mate,
I usually see you, like, you know, when I finish, I usually come in, don't you, and have a bit crack.
Yeah.
Oh, I pat you on the back and say, all right, see you later.
6:57, mate. I am out of that door. 6:57. I'm out that door, mate.
Oh, 6:55. I'm at the fucking clocking machine.
Mate, they started docking you for that, you know. They dock you quarter of an hour.
I know, taking 15 minutes off you. See, what it is, Wayne, right? I start at 7, right? It's supposed to start at 7, like you, yeah?
Yeah.
I get in 6:15. And with him being off, like he's like finished, that young Dan, I've got all his work to do. So I'm starting at 6:30. Do you know what I mean? As soon as I go in and I see all that crap, I've got to get rid of it, you know what I mean? Because if not, I'm going to have like problems. So I'll start at 6:30. Yeah?
Yeah.
But I'm working till 7 in the morning, you know what I mean? Just to get everything done. Oh, dear me, mate.
I hope he's lying. It's not 3-2, is it?
Days are.
Oh, it's another own goal. Oh, my God. How can you have 2 own goals? You useless twats. Oh, my days. I cannot believe that, like, fuck's sake. That's terrible, that. Fucking hell. Oh, you know what? They never cease to amaze you, the Borough, like. They never, ever.
They can be good, they can be so good, and then they can be so bloody bad.
Yeah, honestly, no surprises me with them.
At all with them, is there?
Nothing surprises me with them. They do it every fucking time.
I know.
They get your hopes up, right?
You're always thereabouts, but you always let yourselves down every time. You've been doing that for years.
This is England. Fucking batty fish. Needs timing out there like Mr. England. Fuck's sake. Ash, what's happening, Ash? Oh, mate. I can't even watch that now. That is terrible, that. Fuck's sake.
Shit happens, mate. Don't worry about it.
What was I going to say about work there? I think I was in a disciplinary the other day, right, Dennis? You'll never guess who got a final written warning.
Who?
Mark Ray.
Is that for his machine sitting?
You know what he did?
Fucking
a brand new tool. I was off on holiday, right, last week. A brand new tool, right? He put a brand new tool in. And we haven't got no rubber mallets, right? So you know when you're lining the tool up?
Yes.
He was hitting it with a metal hammer, right? And they're only aluminium, aren't they?
I know, yeah.
You should have seen the state of it, right? There was about
Money and all.
30 chunks out of this brand new tool, right?
Oh dear.
So when it come off, went into the tool room, and the lad Mick in there, Mick was like, "What the fuck's happened to this?" Started taking photos and that. Showed Tom, and it went right at the top, right, and they said, "Right, we'll get the bottom of this." When in this disciplinary, he got a disciplinary, right? We went in, they had a video of him smacking fuck out of this fucking. Honestly, mate, I didn't know where to look, right? Tom sat there. Mark's just sat there like, oh no, and Tom's like, well, can you just run through what was going through your head there, Mark? Mark was like, I couldn't find the fucking rubber mallet. We haven't got no rubber mallets. And Tom went, did you not realise, Mark, after like you hit it once, like the damage it was doing? And he was like, no, I couldn't see.
Yeah.
Mate, he'd never had a disciplinary in his life, right? And we, you know, like if you've been in one, right, you explain yourself, and then like you have to. Tom said, "Oh, can you go outside for 5 minutes?"
Yeah, and while we talk about this,
final written warning, mate, straight off.
Oh, you're joking? Well, they can't do that, can they? It's a process.
It's gross misconduct.
Ah, well, they can then, can't they?
I was like,
is he on your shift, like that, Mark? Ray?
Yeah, me and him run the shift, man. There's only me and him.
He's the worst setter I've ever known in my life, man.
Well, he has got a bad reputation in there, right? But if he does anything wrong now, he's out the door.
No, without I think it seems like, yeah, maybe he's wanting him out, mate. Because he's not good.
I don't know how anything gets done on that shift for me and him, you know. There's only me and him, man. You know what pisses me off, right, Dennis? Is me and him running about like idiots, right, for 12 hours. And then 5 of them come in on the night shift. 5.
Dear.
And 4 of them know what they're doing, you know what I mean? They've been there.
Yeah, they do and all. They do, Is that Michael Nelson then?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he's about the best there is, isn't he?
And then like they go home, and me and Mark Ray walk in. You know what I mean? They're like,
oh mate, I feel really sorry for you, like having to.
I've got an app on my phone, right, Dennis, that tells you, you know, how many steps you do. 15,000 steps I'm doing on a shift. It works out at something like 9 mile. Anyone in the chat want to work out what 15,000 steps is, right? It works out about 9 mile I'm doing. 12 hours in that factory, man. I never stop.
But no, most of the time that's you walking to the car, though, isn't it?
Well, that's it, right? I've got a reputation in there, right, for having long breaks. That is my reputation.
Lord Lucan.
No, I can't shake it off. I can't shake that reputation off.
We could never find you. Where's Wayne? Check outside. Check his car.
My back's up at the minute, right? There's a Polish lad who works on one of them IML things, right? I'm not even lying, right?
What do you call him?
I don't know. Peter the Pole, we call him. I'm not kidding, right, mate? I'm not kidding, right? 20 past 7, he turns his machine off and goes out for a fag, right? 8 o'clock, turns his machine off, just walks past the manager and goes out for a fag. He must smoke about 40 fags a shift. Oh, and he's me not getting a break till 12 o'clock.
Who is your manager?
Sean. He's all right, tall fella.
Yeah,
he's all right, actually. He's all right, but I think he realises, like, have you got one of them appraisal things you've had to fill in?
I've got to go the 10th of February. Have you got one?
What's all that about, yeah?
I've not a clue. Have you getting the form you got to fill in? Have you read it?
Yeah.
I've got a clue with that either. I'm just going to wing it.
One of the questions on it is, Where do you see
Fucking
yourself in the next 2 years?
Fucking Norrie.
Not here if I can help it, mate. Fuck's sake.
Oh, God's sake.
Have you seen the front page of it, Dennis, where it's got like...
Yeah.
Do we have to mark that or the manager?
Aye. Yeah. I've never even looked. I looked at it once and I've put it on the corner unit there and it stayed on there. I'll have a look
I've
at it the
been
night
there
before.
for years and years, right? And we've never had any appraisals, have we? Never, ever.
No. I thought I was getting a warning from a year attendance when I got it. Appraisal? What's that? Am I getting a warning?
The appraisal, man. Half the people in there can't even write. You know what I mean?
Honestly, mate, I'll tell you what happened, right? We were up in the warehouse, right? And I was, the Nicholas pallets. That's one of the big, massive things that we do. All the mash trays and that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was stacking them there, and the lad on the grinder, I don't know, I think he's a Nigerian lad, but he can't speak much English. But he's been putting these bags where I've been putting my pallets. So, like, I stack them all there. So I told him, I said, listen, mate, I said, will you move your pallets and put them into your area? I says, because I need to stack pallets here. No, yes. I must have told him 4 times. And then, in the end, I just picked up, because on my truck, I'll not do a tone. So I kind of picked them up. So I went and got the big green one, got them all, took them in, dropped them all in, and split one with a knife, straight down. I says, you will not do that again. What an idiot. What an idiot. Honestly, couldn't believe it. Really couldn't believe it. Just like done it on purpose, you know what I mean? He's putting pallets, you know, where the run is, where you like to go outside. He's just putting pallets there, so I couldn't even get out, you know what I mean? Because I like pallets on us, so I had to pick them up. Oh, nightmare. Absolute nightmare.
So years ago it was Polish, wasn't it? Right now the Poles, you didn't mind them because the grafters are the Poles.
Canny grafters, weren't they? Remember a little demo on that?
Mate, they are grafters, right? The Poles, you can't knock them. But now, mate, it's all Nigerians, innit?
Mate, I think what they're doing, right, is they're putting a minibus on from our place, and I think you're just dragging them off the beach and putting them in the bus. I really do. Because none of them
there was a day, mate, when I first started working there, right, Dennis, like this was years ago when I was 20, right? There was no black people in there. It would have been classed as racism, right? Because you would never see the black person in there, right? Now it's 50% black in there.
Mate, there's a lad on B shift, right? He's on the grinder. He's a black lad, and he's a hell of a grafter, and he's a lovely lad. He can speak fluent English, and I speak to him all the time. I give him a fist pump when I go in, and he's really good. But the rest of them, they've got one speed, and it's like I would fall asleep walking.
Yes.
Have you seen them
it
all?
Makes you wonder what they're like at home, doesn't it? Like, how do they get on?
I know. Just they're not doing out. Apart from the one who's on B shift, he's a lovely lad, and he gets on and does his craft and that. You know what I mean? Has a bit crack in that.
I just don't know, mate. I've seen it. We've seen it all in there, haven't we? It's like we've seen that many people come and go.
Like nobody gives a toss anymore. You know what I mean? But they didn't. Honestly, mate, it done my head in. I done a Dennis Wise. Do you know what I mean?
You know what makes you laugh, right? And people in the chat will understand this, right? When you work in a factory, right, and you've worked there for a long time, right, and you're on £20 an hour. I'm not. But say you're on £20 an hour, right? And then you get some Nigerian who's on the agency, right, who hasn't got a Scooby what he's doing, right? So he'll be on minimum wage, right? But we as a company will be paying the agency double what they're giving them.
Oh, yes, aye. Yeah.
And then they're coming in on overtime, right? And they haven't got a clue what they're doing, and they're on more money than me on overtime, right? And I'm like, hang on, you've been here a week. You haven't got a clue what you're doing, and you're on more money than me and I'm running about like an idiot, right? How does that even work?
But the thing is, Moon, is they're packing a whole load of shite because they don't know what they're doing, and it's all coming back. You know what I mean?
Well,
it's all coming back, and it's not going to be long. You're hiring shite, you're going to get shite. Do you know?
In the same breath, right? You can't blame them, right? Because most of them are just there to do a week's graft to get the DWP off the back.
Of course. I respect that. But our place will take anybody on. You could have one leg. You could have one leg and half an arm, and they'll still tack you on.
Mate, there's a lad who works on our shift, right? And I'm sure we actually get paid to hire him. We must do, because he is useless, right? The company must have, like, you know, people who can't get a job, and the government say, "Oh, if you take him on, we'll pay half his wages." There must be, because
have you seen the new man on IMLs? He's 63-year-old, and he's looking at you, but he's looking to the left here. He's only got one. He walks like a little gay. I'm sure he's gay because he walks with a right funny gay walk. But he's looking at you, and his eyes is looking somewhere else. 63-year-old, and he's running the IML. Honestly, and he's never run them. He's never run them properly yet. Every time you go in, there's just lights on all over the place.
Mate,
So,
I turned around. There's a lad on our shift, right? He's a good operator, right? But he's got epilepsy, right? He had a fit the other night. 1 minute he's on the end of the machine pack, and the next minute he's on the floor like this, right? Giving it a full epo fit on the floor. And I'm like, what do I do here? Right, but his dad's on our shift as well. I had to go. I was going run.
You first aider, aren't you? Are you a first aider?
Fit. And then he's back at work today. I said, what the fuck are you doing back in here?
Tina, are you a first aider waiting hours?
Nah.
No, you're the fire thingy, aren't you?
I'm a fire marshal, right? I had half an hour with a fire extinguisher about 10 years ago, right?
You get extra 50 pence, don't you? Yeah, something.
I got 60 quid in my wages the other week for it.
Hey, I might apply for the fire marshal then.
You know, who would want to be a first aider in there, man? You know what I mean? If there's a fire in there, I'm out the door, me.
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm in the warehouse. You know what I mean? There's plenty of exits.
It is like, it's going to. A lad nearly chopped his finger off the other day. Putting a roll on the back of the machine, his finger was hanging off. There was photos going about, you know, his finger's hanging off, and all the lads are like, "Oh, let's have a photo."
Moon, I'm in that warehouse, right? When it rains, right? When it rains, honestly, there's just puddles all over the place. You go in the truck, right? As soon as that truck hits the tire, hits that rain, it just, whatever you've got on, it just skids. It'll just take you, and you've got no control of it. Honestly, mate, when it rains, it's like dancing on ice. Honestly.
Can you remember what was he called from Borough, right? I used to bring him in, right? He was fucking mad. He'd have about 3 joints on the way to work, right, in the car. You remember him, Dennis? He used to always say, "Do you get us? Do you get us? Do you get us?"
Oh, bloody mate!
So he's on the fork truck, right? He's on the fork truck, right? And he's taking some rubbish out of the compactor in the car park. And you know what the potholes are like, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
He went down a pothole, right? Smashed his teeth off the thing and knocked his front teeth out. Yeah. You remember him?
Yeah, he was his picture about. Oh, I'm trying to think of his name. He smashed his teeth, didn't he? Out the back in the warehouse.
I used to bring him into work, man. He couldn't work.
He looked a bit like he was a bit half chat.
He couldn't work unless he'd had 3 joints, right, on the way, and then he'd have a joint
and he
on
used
his
to have
break.
one on his break, his first break, and his dinner.
We've got his name now.
He's always out there smoking high.
Funny.
I'm trying to think of his name, mate. He was a good lad. Now he wasn't a bad lad. But yeah, they reckon he was hooked a Shetland pony.
We still got about him now, mate. Me and our last like.
Did nobody tell you about that? He's talking like a Shetland pony. Because he showed pictures.
Yeah.
He showed pictures.
Yeah.
Suppose he'd been there. He put himself on the net, and he was doing bloody people who wanted like a threesome and that with it. He showed me a video, and I thought, my fucking good God, what's that? Honestly, I've never seen out like that. Like
it was like a third leg, wasn't it? Like it was
a pony.
He was
doing this with the missus while he was watching.
He's like, he'd be on your shift, right, and some new lass would start. You'd only been there a day, right, and after a few hours, you'd see him at the end of the machine with his phone out. She'd only been there a few hours.
Well, I'm not being funny, mate, but if I was a bit like that, I would just come down and just lob it on the bar.
He was fucking quality. I forgot his name as well. He was from Borough as well.
Well, you should know, you bloody fetched him in.
He was funny as fuck, man. Yeah, he used to go on all them plenty of fish and that and turn up at women's houses and that where the husbands shag the wives for the husbands and that.
Sure, Tanya was never the same again. She had whatever coming down her eyes. I says, what's wrong with you? She says, that. I says, you want it, don't you? She says, yes.
What was his name, man? What was his name? Randy's laughing at that. Randy's a bit like him, like. Randy's top shagger. Oh, man. Yeah, there's been some fucking characters in there, like.
I don't know.
He isn't any now, though. I'm fucking bored as fuck now.
Right, mate, I keep myself to myself now. I've got my own little office up there with a heater in, you know what I mean? Have you been up there?
You do nights, don't permanent nights?
I do permanent nights now, Have you been in my office?
No. Who's in charge over there? Like?
The warehouse up them steps in the little offices.
Is that where you are now?
I have got my own little room with my own little toaster, my little fridge, my little microwave, my heater, my oil heater, my recliner leather chair, my table, my radio.
Headphones on and that when you're on the truck and that?
I've got my earphones there when I got to sleep for a couple of hours.
It's out of order, that, like.
Very rarely, but I do, now and again. Put it this way. On a Saturday night, I always get to watch Match of the Day. And I always get to watch, what do you call it, man? Michael McIntyre's Big Show.
You know what? I watched that this week for the first time.
Every week, mate. I love it. I think he's
funny as hell. Mate, you know what? I had a lump in my throat when that fella who got to play Luke Littler.
Yeah, the darts one. Yeah, Luke Littler.
I had a lump in my throat there. Like.
Yeah, I didn't know, mate. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, he's good, him. Like, I haven't watched him for years. Mad that. First time I've watched him for years.
Tell you what I loved was, did you see that one with Peter Crouch? That he had him when he went in his bedroom. He went in his bedroom and they switched the light off and Holly Willoughby, she was lying in bed next to him. Did you not say that one?
Oh, yeah. No.
You didn't wait. That's go on that iPlayer and have a look. That was funny as out, like Peter Crouch's face. Funny as out.
Yeah, Peter Crouch, he's funny, him, like, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what it is, right? I'm pretty sure, right, when I say this, that Peter Crouch has got the best goals to game ratio of any England striker. Because he always scored. Every time he played, he scored for England, right? And he didn't have many games, but he always fucking scored. We'll see.
Is it Rooney who has the record for the England?
So what do you reckon? What do you reckon to England at the minute, mate? Like, we've obviously been we've been quite good, haven't we? Been quite good in the last few tournaments, but
the whole new chapter now, the winners, new manager.
do you reckon this new bloke, he's a winner, isn't he? This new bloke, like,
well,
because that's all we
Well,
need. We just got to get over the line. Got to get over the line, haven't we? We just bottom
Southgate
it.
I thought he was far too defensive. Do you? Did you?
Well, same at the Borough, but everyone loved him at the Borough. You know what I mean? Because
Didn't get us wrong. He took us a long way. You know what I mean? But his tactics, I thought he was far too defensive. If we had the players, I thought we could have won it if they played them properly. That's
they've
how
always had the individual talent. They just could never play as a team, could they? Just never bring it together.
Let's see what the new manager will do. Yeah.
So it's the World Cup next year, isn't it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hey, what about that plane crash in America, mate? Fucking hell.
Well, the helicopter.
Yeah.
Have you seen the videos?
Oh, there's the videos out of it.
Oh, there's videos on YouTube. Yeah.
Videos
on Facebook. Seen one the other day.
That, mate, what were the 60 meters? They were only 60 meters off the ground, weren't they?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. That line.
There's no the plane could have done because he couldn't have moved anywhere, but the helicopter, I don't know. But there was only supposedly one there, wasn't there, on the airspace? There's supposed to be like two, one for helicopters, one for planes.
They knew that they were close. They were telling the helicopter went off course, but then it just went back.
Yeah, horrible, like, you know.
Imagine that happening over the Thames, though, like 60 meters in the air, like in the middle of like just a normal night in London. Fucking hell.
Not good, is it?
Not
good at all.
What do you think about Trump, Dennis? Do you like Trump?
Yeah, I like him, actually, you know. I'm frightened what he can do, but I do like him. I do like his spirit.
I think everyone's like that. If you're not really into your politics and all that, you've got to like Trump, haven't you? But the people who know
he's not frightened, Wayne. He's not frightened. Yeah. He'll do what he wants to do. You know what I mean?
We've got a big conspiracy theorist in the chat, my mate Jimbo the Bull. He loves a good conspiracy. You know what I mean? He's like, he'll argue with you about the color of an orange, Jimbo. Yeah. What so he'll have an effect on England, Jimbo thinks.
In what way?
In that for
Jimbo.
I don't think I've spoke to you, Dennis, since like all them riots and that, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But they weren't really riots, whether you couldn't call them riots, right?
No.
But you know, when it first happened, they were making examples of people, and people were getting like 3 and 4 years, weren't they, for like throwing a bottle or something?
Stupid, wasn't it? Mad, wasn't it, for nothing?
And then 6 months down the line, people who were going to court then were getting nothing, or they were getting 6 months and that. So it doesn't make it's out of order, really.
Without a doubt, mate, that was bad crap, like.
But when you compare them, and you look at a proper riot like the Toxteth riots, or them in Benwell, or the ones in Newcastle, they're riots. You know what I mean? We're talking about people setting fire to a bin in Linthorpe Road in Middlesbrough. You know,
it was absolutely stupid. It was so they could make an impression, wasn't it? That whatever's gonna happen, you're gonna get punished. Tried to quash it, didn't they? And they did, actually. It worked. To the point.
What did you think about when he said about there only being 2 genders?
Well,
It's right in a way to the normal Joe Blogs in the street.
Yeah, to us, right, at our age, yeah, I thought was excellent. Because some people think the bloody wardrobes these days, don't they? They don't know what they are.
Mate, you know what amazes me, right? It was only, I'd say, I'm not an expert, right? But I'd say it was only in the 50s or 60s. It was still illegal to be gay, wasn't it?
Yeah. I don't mind the gay people and don't mind it at all, but there's some of it now it's just been taken and turned like the next level, isn't it?
I don't mind gays, right? As long as they're not
as long
in
as
your
you
face.
don't bother me, mate, I wouldn't bother them. Like, people are people.
It doesn't bother me. Like,
men, and some people are born women who were men, and some people are born men who were women.
I do believe that you do get cases like that, right?
Yeah, definitely.
But I think people go take the piss out of it. You know, people. Don't know. You could go on about it forever, couldn't you? But
exaggerate a little bit. Is that the word? I don't know. It's went mad, hasn't it? It went mad. It went stupid.
Yeah. We'll see what happens in the next few years, mate. I can't believe they got 2 own goals today. Like, terrible, that,
yeah. Drink.
Yeah.
Thanks.
What do you want?
Just my Coke.
Just a Coke. Sorry, mate.
So, Dennis, if you get the final, are you going to try and get a ticket?
To the Caribou Cup, you mean?
Yeah, didn't you get a ticket last year? You went to a final last year, didn't you?
Nah. Not last year. If we win the league, I'm going to try to go down. Like for the parade.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to go down, but I'd still have to come home, you know what I mean? Yeah. So it'll be down and have a few drinks and then get the train back home.
I'll not hear the last of it on here if Liverpool win the league, which they probably will.
Well, I hope so. We've got a good chance.
We've got some games coming up.
You don't know what can happen in football. Football's mad, isn't it? But we've got a great chance.
Look at Notts Forest, mate. Like they get whopped. What was it, 5-0 or something last week?
Then they win 7-0.
How does that happen?
It's mad, isn't it? Mad.
And then Man United,
now. Nottingham Forest.
Take away the last few seasons, right? You could count on one hand, how many times Man United get beat at Old Trafford, couldn't you? Like now, it's just the done thing, innit?
Man United
nobody's scared of going to Old Trafford.
Fergie left them with the aging squad, and nobody's been able to sort it out. We've been there.
You've got to be impressed with David Moyes, like, haven't you? The oldies bringing it back.
Come on, It's Moisey, innit? It's Moisey. Moisey knows his stuff. Moisey knows how to get a team going. The good thing about Moisey is he's never beat Liverpool.
Hasn't he?
No.
Is that you know, I couldn't believe
we've got them during the week, haven't we? Our game in hand at their place. It'll be a hard game.
I didn't even know Van Nistelrooy was back in the Premiership.
Leicester. Oh, he done Man United, didn't he, for 4 games?
Is that his first job, or has he come from another club?
What's wrong? Oh, gee, hold on. I'll give the wife a light. Yeah, I don't know, mate. I don't know if he done something abroad, like in Holland or something. I think
he was a good player, buddy. He was a good player.
Aye, hell of a player, aye.
He was quality, him.
Yeah, without a doubt.
He's got some crazy. He's got a good record, like Eddie for Man U.
Who
He's right up
Manny?
there, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, right up there. Hell of a striker.
Look at Haaland, though. Haaland's what? He's just signed, what, a 10-year contract or something?
Aye.
Fuck it. They might even get relegated, though, mightn't they, with this thing that they've got going on?
Do you think so? Do you think
I
so?
don't know.
Do you not think it's all corruption? I think it is, right?
They're dragging it out.
Everton, poor Everton, right? They got 9 points. Didn't they? 9 points did they, Everton get?
Yeah.
For one, and it went down to 6 with an appeal. Yes, and they got down to 6 points, Everton. That's for one. So they've got 115 against them.
Yeah.
So if you go by the rule book,
mate, it's one of them, innit? It's gonna like it's gonna be interesting, innit?
It's getting dragged on and dragged on and dragged on. I mean, there was hope at one point we might have another 2 Premier Leagues. Do you know what I mean? And they could be stripped of them, which it should be. And Man United will get another one. Somebody else will get another one. But it should. If they broke the rules, don't you think it should be done? Yeah. Why do 6 points to Everton, but not do it for them?
Of course it should. It should have been
Forest got the
sorted
same,
out
didn't
by
they?
now as well. Should have been
Forest got the
sorted out
same.
by now.
Forest got the same. They got the points deducted and all. You know what I mean? What's going on? It's all corruption. It's all this money. Arabs.
Mate,
You not think so?
Mate, the Arabs are taking
over everything, aren't they? Oh,
going on the golf. They've got trying to rule the golf.
Thing for boxing, though, isn't it?
Oh, right.
Absolutely.
You like your boxing, Dennis.
Brilliant.
Right. It's brilliant, right? But the one thing you can't disagree with is the atmosphere in these fights.
Well, I'm not bothered, mate. Because best fighters has been fighting each other. You know what I mean?
It is.
Watching shite for years, you've been wanting to watch the best against the best, and the best against the best are now fighting. You know what I mean? So that I think they've been brilliant. It's all about money, isn't it? End of the day, and they've got the money.
What's the next big fight, Dennis? Is it Dubois and Parker?
I'm not sure, mate. I've never really looked. I've never really bothered since.
I'm sure that's this
Fury,
month.
Fury lost it.
Parker
you know what I mean?
Dubois.
And then
were you shocked at that fight when Dubois knocked him out? Were you shocked at that? Because you like AJ, don't you?
I was, but Dubois had the bat on him. Like he's been a big hitter. Like he had it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you love AJ though. You've always loved AJ.
I do. I was wounded, to be quite honest, because I thought he would have done it. Like, but nah, got caught with the good one. I think he got a glass chin now, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's finished now, isn't he?
I would have thought so. I would have thought maybe he would have gotten the Fury fight. Nah, because that's what the one people wanted to see. I thought Fury might have went out with the ban. That might still happen, you know, because you know what Fury's like and retiring.
Well, they're still only young though, aren't they? When you see some of the fighters come about, what did you make of these like Tyson and these YouTubers fighting?
Yeah, Tyson let me down a hell of a lot because I thought he would have at least had the gumption to give him a good bat. Do you know what I mean? Or catch him by one. I thought Tyson was very poor. Did you watch the fight?
I think it was all fixed.
Of course it was. Of course it was, mate.
You can't fault the YouTubers though for what they've done, can you? They've made a whole new thing, haven't they? Like it's all money in it. It's all money in it.
Yeah,
you can't knock them really. The money they're getting for now. You know what I mean?
I mean, Tyson's not going to say no, is he? You know what I mean? It's another payday for him. But it's been a fix. Of course, it's been a fix.
What about Tyson? What about Tommy Fury? What's going on with him?
Not a clue, man. Not a clue.
He's fucking useless, isn't he?
He's not the best, like.
They reckon he went on the drink and that when he split up with his lass and that. They reckon he
Oh, I don't know, mate. I did hear something about it, like.
There's just more money to be made. You don't have to fight now. There's just more money to be made in YouTube and shit.
There is, like, it's mad, innit?
You know what, mate? On here, right? You know that lad who I was telling you, that lad I showed you early on who used to get 1,000 people in his chat.
Aye.
So there's a thing when you get monetized on YouTube. If you've got more than 1,000 subs, you can get monetized, right?
Which means
you get paid for, like, say, I'm monetized, right? But it doesn't work for me because I don't get enough people coming in. But the way they make the money is through donations. You know, people just sending £5 and £10 and 20 quid just because they're enjoying the entertainment. That lad there in 1 month, a couple of years ago, when he was running the show, he earned £3,000 he earned in 1 month off YouTube.
Yeah.
Just through donations and that, and like them donations, YouTube take, I think it's 40%. So he was actually donated something like £5,000 in 1 month. Just, it can be done on here. If you come up with something original on this YouTube, you can make money out of it.
I remember when you first started going on here, then you tried to get me to wrap something on the wrapper. Can you remember?
Yeah.
I'll send it on YouTube. You never go back to us.
Yeah, if you come up with something good on here, people will come on and watching that, you know what I mean? And
yeah,
because it's absolutely now at the minute worth watching. It's just, if I haven't really got the time, mate, because I work full time, you know what I mean, and I haven't got the time to put in.
I think what I've looked at is, what I've seen on like the other channels, it's mostly people bloody arguing with each other about now.
That's what brings the numbers on this side. A good argument and that, and
like drama.
Yeah. So one of the big channels at the minute, mate, the big argument that's going on at the minute, right, is there's a lad on here, a fella. He's a bit younger than us, right? He's had a bit of a past. He's Scottish, and it's 50-50. A lot of people like him, a lot of people don't like him, but they're just waiting for somebody to slip up or say something wrong or something come out about the past. Something to come out about this fella, right? Where I think he's in his 40s now, right? But this woman come on his panel, like you, just turned up on his panel and said, "Oh, you don't remember me, do you?" And he's like, so it was only a voice to him. She didn't have a picture on. And he's like, "No, I don't remember you. I don't remember you." And she started spitting stuff about his past and that. And it turns out it was a lass that we went out with when he was 23. But she let it out on her live that she was only 15 when he met her.
Oh dear.
And honestly, mate, from that, it's just gone crazy. And now he's the biggest nonce on YouTube. You know what I mean? He's a pedo. He's a nonce. And that's all it's been about on YouTube for a week, 2 weeks. This fella get ruined on here, you know, like, and him trying to fight his side. And it's just, that's all it is, mate. That's all it is on here.
Drama.
Yeah.
Oh,
I can't be arsed with it, mate. I can't be arsed with that. Can't be arsed with that. It's like it was only last week. I did a live last week. I think it was 40 people in. You know yourself, 40 people. It's good for me. You know what I mean?
Aye. That's not bad.
But then you'll flick over, right, and there'll be a channel where nobody's talking. They're watching somebody else's live, and there's 150 people in. And you think,
what you doing wrong, Moon? What you doing wrong, Moon?
What's going on? You know what I mean?
Maybe that start gripping or something, mate.
Nah, I just can't lower myself to it. I could do it. I
Yeah.
could invite the drama and that. Like, I do love a bit of
I
drama.
know
but
you don't want to because you'll ruin your channel.
yeah,
That's people come on here because they can listen to the crack and you're a good crack, mate.
yeah, it's like
As I
it's all
call you,
about
Wogan. Wogan.
it's all about like it's all about the people that jump on like yourself. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? That's if
that's why I watch this, mate. The
say
only
there's
one I want.
say there's 4 live streams on, right? All people that we know. If the random person turns YouTube on and flicks through, you're gonna stop on a live where there's people on the panel. You know what I mean? More than just somebody who sat there on their own waffling.
Mm.
But yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it all, mate. You know, I've seen it all over the years. You take the rough with the smooth, man. But the main thing is, right, I've like never changed in 3 years. I've always like had my morals and that, you know what I mean? I might have the odd live where I let people on who people don't like, but they're
Just to
usually the
create a
ones
bit
where you
drama.
get more people in.
Yeah.
Like I say, I haven't got the time to put in. I wish I did, but I don't.
You can't do everything when you work full time, mate. Daft hours.
How's your
I usually
daughter doing at school, mate? How's your daughter doing at school?
Yeah, she's doing. Yeah, she's great. Yeah, doing really good, mate. As I keep saying to you, I don't know where she gets her brains from because I'm thick as pig shit, and so is her mum. But from a very early age, mate, she's rised up and she's always been top of the class. Like,
I tell you
always.
why I ask, right, Dennis. Tell you why I ask, right? Because we've got daughters the same age, yeah. Ours has had now but trouble, right? She's had to move to another school.
Oh dear.
She's gone to another school.
I'm just getting a message off Barry there. I see her on Wayne's live. Baz man. Hey, Baz man.
You know what? Baz on here is known as the Quiz King.
You know he is. I know. Just because they're last does it. It's not him. He's thick as pig shit. They're last.
They both sat there and they're like Googling and that.
Yeah, he just sent me another message there. He's laughing.
People coming here, people like, oh, fucking hell. I do a quiz and people like, oh, fucking hell, he's Baz.
Fucking Baz, you got no chance. I'd say alas, it's not him, like.
Baz is another one. He's funny as fuck, Barry.
He just sent us another message. Bellends, I'm the clever one.
Me and Baz, right? I worked with Baz for about a year. He was my manager, right? And me and him were like me and you, mate. We just fucking laughed because we did the graft, but we just had a fucking laugh. You know what I mean? Barry wasn't fucking bothered. And then he fucked off.
I tell you what, right, when I first started, right, it was on like the agency. I started through the agency and I went in and I came in and I went and I got made the choice of machines where I wanted to go. I could rather get on Keith's, Keith's like or Barry's Baz. And he came over and he had a big chat with us and a big crack. He went, you know. So I said, I'll have Baz like every time, like. I'm pleased that did because bloody hell, he was a. I loved him. He's good lad, but bloody hell, he was hard work at times. He used to lose if he couldn't get that machine right. He used to lose the plot. I used to send him away for him. Go on your break. Go on, move it now, because he was just about to bloody headbutt the machine. You got that? I've seen you the same as Keith used to hide doors all over the place.
I've been stood on that factory floor and I've seen fucking hammers fly past me off Keith.
Oh, mate, I've seen everything get hide.
Go on, Baz.
Aye, Baz. Good lad.
Are you a graft like Baz? He's always a grafter, Baz. You know what I mean?
I haven't got the messages on, Wayne.
Barry's not daft, right? Let me tell you, Barry's not daft, right? He knows the people backstabbed him in that factory, right? And he was only me. He knew there was only a few people in there who had his back, right? I was always been one of them. And he always had my back in there, you know what I mean? Right, have I? I'll look it now, man. I'll look it now. Are you sure? Yeah, me and Baz, like, you know what I mean? I was thinking all day. Still there?
Who?
That was your mother telling me that I'd left your car doors open.
Oh, dear me.
I always do that, you know, mate. I've
smoked too many drugs, Will. Moon. As Barry would say, you're only as good as your packet.
Keith, here, Barry, Baz. So when me and Baz were on shift, right, remember that bingo site, Baz, that we used to go on? Me and Barry would, honestly, it was this bingo site, right? And we used to, I got Barry into it. And he got like addicted to the chats. There was like a live chat, right? Remember, Baz, when they used to just arguing all night on this bingo chat, and me and Barry just used to watch it, right? Fucking laugh our heads off, man. Yes, Diesel, what's happening? Yes, Cartman. Big up the Cartman. Cartman, are you fishing or what? He likes, have you ever done fishing like Dennis?
We are. Yeah.
Any good? I've always wanted to try it, me, like.
The only time I go fishing, mate, right, is when I can go, take 24 cans, get a stove, take your eggs, take your sausages, take your bacon, take a tent, pitch your tent up, and just get mortal and fish. And I've caught every time. Every time
where you're on about?
I
Like,
go to reservoirs.
What are you fishing for? Carp?
No, it's trout.
Is it?
Yeah.
Have you seen the size of some
Trout
of them
with a
carps?
worm. Oh, brilliant, man. Brilliant.
Have you seen the size of some of them carps? 50 pounders and that.
90 pounders. 90 pounders.
You can't even hold them in your hands, mate.
Yeah, I know. You've seen the size of them sturgeons as well that they get. 150 pounders. Have you seen them ones? I watch all the fishing, mate.
Catfishing, all that. They grow quite
massive, man. Yeah.
Right, Cartman, I think Cartman's in the 50 pound club. Like, I think he's caught a 50 pounder.
Oh, I think the most I've getting is about a 5 pound. But that's a trout, you know what I mean? So that's like pretty good for a trout.
Yeah.
Out the reservoir.
I've tried to understand the fishing thing, right? And just through watching people on here, like, there's a few of them who like the carp fishing. And I know what it's all about now. It's like, it doesn't matter if you go out for a day and you don't catch now, right? It's all like, it's you against the fish, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're pitting your wits against the fish.
But he's just told his wife's with his wife's with him now listening.
Yeah. That's why I've gone up to AP, Will. Baz, big up the Baz. Mr. England's a Makems. He's also,
bless him.
Also a batty fish. I'll not be talking to him for a while now. Like, now he runs YouTube, Mr. England. Yeah, Dennis. He's like,
right.
Put it this way: you don't want to fall out with him, right? You don't want to fall out with him on YouTube because, like, he's brutal, man. He runs the place.
What do you mean? How's he brutal?
Well, he's not. He's not. He's only brutal. He's only brutal if you what's the word, Mr. England? What's the word I'm looking for? If you're loyal, not loyal. Like, I've always got on with him. You know what I mean? I understand him, but he doesn't like. He can spot a wrong, and you know what I mean. He's got morals and that. People say he hasn't, but he has. But he gets a lot of flack on here, but he's not bothered. He just shuts them down, you know what I mean? He can shut anyone down with a comment.
Moon, give us 2 minutes. I've got to make sure my little one's pretty in bed. I'll be 2 minutes.
What's happening tonight, Mr. England? I haven't. I've been on here for 2 hours 40 minutes, so I haven't seen what's going on now. Still the old fucking usual shit. I'm sick of. Mr. England, you're a Baz. You're Team Baz, aren't you? And I'm not lying, mate. Baz has entertained me. Baz has entertained me on night shift last week. I was laughing. Like, he just doesn't give a toss. Them late nights lives he done last week, they were funny as fuck. I think you were in the chat anyway, Mr. England. I was on night shift, mate, so I was like, on my break, I could go in the chat, but I was listening and watching. That's the sketch. Masters has had a bad week on the YouTube, like, poor Masters. That's he. I don't know how he's going to get out of this one, like. You know what it is, you've got to deal with facts, right? And the facts are Barry hit the nail on the head, right? Big Baz, he hit the nail on the head, right, when he said, it's not my cup of tea. If his 15-year-old daughter brought a 23-year-old lad back, Big Baz said, it's not happening. And that's down to Big Baz. It's everyone to their own. But in a nutshell, I'm guessing that Masters wishes that he never let that faith on his channel. Like, that's all I can say. He wishes he could rewind back 2 weeks, not let her on his panel. Oh, God. It's fucking YouTube, isn't it? It's going to be one of the scandals of the year, that, like. Liam, I was hoping you were coming, mate. What's going on with tagging me in these things, Liam? What was that last one about? Yesterday, 3 Bar Mice, because there's now there. You're tagging me, but there's now there, man. Wherever Mr. England is, Liam will not be far behind, like. Oh, God. At least Liam coming in and do you get timed out much now, like, Liam? Oh, is it a fake? You know what? I didn't even think of that, bro. I didn't even think of that. You know what happens on it? Are you there, Dennis?
Now. Yes, I am.
You know what happens on here, right, mate? So you get to know all the characters, right? And you get to know all the... basically, you get to know, like, the people in your chat. But what people do is they come in and they clone channels. You know, they clone them. They'll nick the avatar and they'll nick the name. And before you know it, they've come in your chat and you're like bigging them up, and it isn't even them. It's a troll who's pretending to be them and just come in and cause you loads of shit in your chat.
It's been a load on yours, hasn't it?
Oh, does you not know? It should be YouTube.
You haven't got a clue who they are.
You shouldn't be allowed to have the same avatar, I don't think. Oh, there should be a way around it.
Well, it should be easy, shouldn't it, really?
Here, Dennis, do you know what else happened, right? Listen to this, right? Do you know what a porn bomb is? A porn bomb on YouTube. Do you know what it is?
Hold on, because I never heard you. You broke up. Say it again.
Do you know what a porn bomb is?
Porn bomb? No.
Right. So what people do, right? Say I'm on here on my own, right, and someone comes in the back and says it's Dennis, right, and I say, "Oh, Dennis, and I bring you on."
All right.
So I bring you on, right, and then within a couple of seconds, you put a porno on your screen, or you put some porn on, right? So I'm sat here thinking I'm talking to you. And within a couple of seconds, I've got a big dildo. Someone sat on a big dildo. Right? And it gets your channel tucked down, mate. You can lose your channel over it.
Well, and they do it on purpose. Then they don't like it.
People are doing it, right? It's a classic like thing over here now. If you get palm bombed, right, and it still happens every day on here.
Everybody's getting banned.
And it's like the palm bombers are against the channel host. They're like trying to trying everything to get on so they can do it right. And the only way you can stop it is you could bring, like, say you come on, I could bring you on, and then straight away I'd have to do that. So you still talk, but I can't see you, right?
Right.
Only until I'm sure that it's you, and then I can put you on.
Right.
And that's what you have to do. But now and again, even the big hosts, right, with like 100 in the chat, they lose the concentration and they bring people on, and before they know it, there's two people shagging on the screen. You have to turn the live off straight away. You have to delete it.
Well, you're like AI.
Because what happens is people see it, right, and the trolls, they report your channel, and you can get like a strike and 3 strikes, and you've lost your channel. It's fucking mad,
they need chance to get back on, like.
This is how mad people are on here, mate.
They not just make a new channel and go back on as somebody else.
No, there's hosts on here, right, who, like, some of the big hosts who've lost 3 and 4, 5 channels. You know, they have to keep making new ones, and some of them have got like 1,000, 2,000 subs, and the channel's just gone. All that work's just gone.
What, just through a porn thing?
Yeah, I've had it done to me once about 2 years ago. Once.
Not good, like.
It's funny, it's funny when it happens to someone who you don't like. You know, everyone's like,
It's not fucking funny.
Because it's always in the back of the mind. They have to be careful, you know, who they're bringing on and that. And it's like, oh, I don't know if I trust him, you know.
Yeah.
But they come on with the avatar of somebody who they know or someone who they trust, but it's not them. You know what I mean? And it's fucking funny, mate. That's how mad it is over here. It's fucking mad. Mr. England, don't be laughing at Randy. Don't be encouraging him. Yeah, I've had a couple of bad sleeps, me. Like, I'm absolutely knackered, Dennis.
Fucking early mornings. What time are you getting up, Moon?
My alarm goes off at 5:30.
Yeah, well, there you go. And you're not going to bed till when?
Oh, mate, I can't turn the telly off till 12 o'clock.
Well, there you go, and it catches up with you.
It's no good, is it?
No. You want to try mine?
But you know what makes you feel better, right? Some people on here they survive on like 2 and 3 hours sleep. There's loads of insomniacs on YouTube. And you think, how the hell do they do it? But then you think, well, I've done it. I've just done it for 3 shifts.
Yeah.
Having like 3 hours kip. Just walking about like fucking zombies, man.
Yeah. It's mad. Well, you know what it's like on nights, and I'm on permanent nights.
Does that work for you then?
Well, it works me and the wife.
Yeah.
And that's what I need to do, you know.
So, what do you do when you get in, Dennis? Because I've always done the same thing. I like to go straight to bed when I get in. Some people stay up, don't they? Have breakfast, have showers.
I get the wife out of bed, put her in a wheelchair, put the kettle on, put the wife on the toilet. Back on the wheelchair, get the band sorted, make sure she's all right.
So what time are you getting into bed?
Me, usually I'm in bed for what? About 10 past 8. 20 past
That's
8.
not bad. That's not bad.
That's not bad
And
at
then
all, no.
what time
It
are you
used
getting
to
up?
be different because I used to take the bear to school. But now
Yeah.
she gets a bus with her mates, you know what I mean? She's a bit older. So I used to take her and then get up at like 3:30. Well, no, 3:30. What time was it? 20 to 3? 23 to pick her up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not so bad now.
What time are you having to get up now? What time do you get up now?
Oh, I get up at about. Usually on the normal shift, it's usually about 4:15. I'll get up.
That's good, that,
And
though,
make.
isn't it? 8
Aye,
hours.
that's good.
Shit,
Aye.
that's 8 hours.
Yeah. I'll make the tea and then go to work, you know.
Oh, yeah. This is a fella here. He's from Wales. He's very loyal. My internet shit, you know, Dennis.
Yeah, what's going on, mate?
You know what it is?
Keeps
Right,
sticking all the time. See what I've got here? I've just got your face of about an hour ago.
Have you?
Aye. It's just stuck.
No,
Didn't
you know
have
what,
anybody
right?
else's the same. Might be my
Probably.
internet because the moment they've got the masts down, changing the mast, and it's been absolute shit.
You know what? We're on Virgin, right, in here, and the downstairs, right, or outside this room where I am, right, it's 100 over 100 downloads over 100, right, speed.
Right.
I close this bedroom door, right, and it goes down to like 15. Fucking mad.
I'm on Sky, right, and I'm on one of the best ones they have, which I can't remember what it is, mate. But I'll get into the bathroom, sit in the toilet, and then I get buffering as well.
It's mad, though, innit?
Yeah.
Like I had to get one of these, one of them extender plugs, you know, the Wi-Fi extender.
All right, aye. Give you the boost thing, you mean?
And it has made it better, right? But it's still shouldn't be going off. Shouldn't be going off, like.
Oh, you've struggled lately, haven't you?
Yeah.
How many times have I had to message you?
Does me head in? Does your head in? It's not like I don't want to be the world's fastest download speed. All I want is that it doesn't go off.
Just something normal, yeah.
And my Fire Stick works. That's all I want. And
who are you through?
Virgin.
Virgin. How much are you paying for that?
I don't know. We're probably on the top whack thing, you know, paying for like 150.
Hell, it's better than that, like.
Well, 150 is like lightning in it. Nobody needs 150, do you? Unless you're downloading films all day long, you know what I mean?
I'm usually I can't afford Sky. I really can't until I would just say they just took the mast down, so everything's went tits up. But for everybody around like our area, you know what I mean? They've took it down and to upgrade it, but they've left us with nothing, you know. So struggling. But usually Sky, absolutely brilliant, like brilliant, and I pay I think about £35 a month.
That's funny that because I always thought they had a bad reputation, Sky, for the internet.
Well, I've had Vodafone, a couple of others, and sometimes I've had to go up like the top of the stairs and get out the top of the window and hold my phone out to get a signal. Sky has been absolutely brilliant, like excellent for us. O2 wasn't any good in here either. Couldn't get a signal, and nobody can when they come to my house. If they got an O2 phone, mad.
It was getting out of having Sky or how much they were charging, right?
Yeah.
Like, but in the same breath, though, right? In the same breath, it's say it was £100 a month, and people are whinging like, "Fuck, and they're all £100 a month." You spend that in a night out, can't you?
Well,
that's the way you got to look at it. Like, that's the way I look at it.
That's quite easy.
Yeah. You spend that in a night out, right? But you get a month of everything, and Sky are the best at what they do, aren't they?
Oh, without a doubt. The will not be beaten. But it's a lot of money, isn't it?
It is when you look at it like that. It's like,
if you want if you want to go
Dennis,
for all like the sports and the TV and that, I mean, then you're going
you know
from
what,
100
right?
up to like
You know-
200, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like when petrol goes up and everyone starts kicking off, right? Because it's gone up 5 pence a litre or whatever.
Yeah.
And the only way I look at it is like, all right, I just won't get 4 cans for one night. And that pays for all the petrol that's got the petrol that I put in my car for a month. It's exactly the same. Just for me not buying 4 cans, it's not going to kill me.
Well, that's a good one. That's a good way to look at it. Like.
That's the way you've got to. I can understand for like a haulage company or something because that could shut them down. You know what I mean?
Oh yes, without a doubt. Without a doubt. When you go on the way to work, I go past the Shell garage, and that's 149.8 for diesel.
Yeah.
And Sainsbury's is 142.3.
Remember a few years ago when it was getting nearly £2, wasn't it?
Well, I went to nearly £2, didn't it?
I mean, that's disgusting. That is like disgusting.
Still disgusting. No, it's only the tax. Only the government. Government tax the ass out of it.
Of course they do, man.
Why are we paying all that money?
Look at fags. Are you still smoking backy like Dennis?
I would our last smokes fags, so I still buy fags.
Mate, I've been in
£15.65.
I was just going to say, right?
That was in the Coop.
I was in
But if you go to the
Sainsbury's
garage,
today.
you're talking £19 for a packet of cigarettes.
Who the hell has got £19 to pay for 20 fags?
Tell us about it.
It's heavy, that, mate. That is heavy, that.
I'm just getting 10 packs of Turner for £115, 50 grams.
It's about right, isn't it?
Like, yeah, it's all right, isn't it?
Mate, you can't blame even like a posh woman or something in a pub skinning up like gets a pound of gold.
No, you can't, can you? Them prices,
you can't blame them, can you, man?
No.
Is it something like a packet of Regal king size, mate?
Oh, you're talking over 20 quid?
A packet of facts. Okay, now.
I used to smoke the Regal Ordinaries, you know, the little ones.
Filters,
remember them?
Filters. Yeah.
They were a beautiful draw. As soon as you lit them up, you got a proper draw, you know what I mean, all the way through. Not like a king size. Like, you know, I always thought like the first third of it, when you lit it up, you weren't getting a proper draw.
Yeah.
But then we ones, the Regal Ordinary, were lovely. Yeah. But
everyone smoked Regal, didn't they, back in the day?
You're about £24 now.
Everyone smoked Regal back in the day, mate.
Oh, I loved them, man. Yeah. It was like Regal and what was the other one? Benson and Hedges, wasn't it?
Yeah, Benson Hedges, mate. They were good. You got a good cough off the Benson Hedges, like.
My first fag I smoked was a Berkeley Super King. Remember them?
Yeah.
I was sat on the swings, and I was sat on the swing smoking it. The full one, I smoked the whole one, and I spewed me ring up. And that was the first one I smoked. I should have known then, you know what I mean, when I was young and stupid. Not the bloody smoke.
It's like it overnight. It went from Regal to Lambert and Butler, didn't it? Overnight.
Yeah.
Everyone smoked Lambert and Butlers. Apart from Jim. Jim, you'll smoke anything, Jim. Jim said. Oh, God. Yeah,
I can't stand Lambert and Butler, mind. Horrible.
Do you like them?
No, I don't like them at all.
I've got a few hundred in my drawer, from my mum brought them back from holiday. I don't really smoke that much now, to be honest. I vape a lot though, mate. I vape for England, like. Have you not got on the vapes?
I keep my chest in, Moon. Every time I take a draw, honestly. Whatever strength I get, it just keeps me chest in. I can't be worse than the tabs.
Nobody knows what these are doing to anyone. That's
no, they don't. You know what I mean? Nobody knew what the cigarettes were doing to people when we first smoked them. And now
these could be killing. I mean, all the kids are on these now.
Telling you what, mate. I'm telling you what, it could be just as bad. It could be just as bad. I hope not, but it could be just as bad.
It's one of them.
Nobody
though,
knows. Nobody knows. Well, nobody will know till, what, 10, 20 years down the line?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, exactly.
And everyone's dropping dead of popcorn along with
Yeah,
all this stuff
don't trust anybody. You cannot these days. You can't trust anybody without. You know what injections, all this COVID shit. See all the cancer now?
Yeah.
Is that through the COVID jobs?
Yeah. Wait, Dennis, look at this.
Shit they put in the air.
Look at this where I got through the post today, right? This is when you know you're getting old, mate, right? You know what that is?
You over 50 plan. I cannot say now, mate. I'm still stuck here.
I tell the chap what it is. You know you're getting old, and half of this chat will probably have had one of these, right? Bowel cancer kit. To check you for bowel cancer. I got that through the post today. I knew it was coming because I got a letter off the NHS saying we're offering you a free bowel cancer test.
No, I've never getting it yet, mind.
Mate, you don't even want to know what you have to do with it. Don't even want to know.
But there's a self-checking then for your prostate now, isn't there? There's a self-check.
You know what you have to do with that, mate?
There's a video on YouTube for it. The old thumb up the arse and just make sure it's not large.
That's when you know you're getting old, man.
Hey, mate, right? Here's a one for you. This will make all you people laugh. When I was got piled, yeah?
Yeah.
And I was bleeding like pretty badly, you know what I mean? And I was forever wiping my ass. Because I was like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, Johnny,
it's not good, like it's sore as how you can't release it. But you're forever wiping because you're just leaking all the time. It's mad. Okay then, right? I was sent to the hospital. And now nobody told us what they were going to do, right? So the staff nurse come in and she went, okay then, just drop your pants and that. All right, okay. So they wished the bloody camera up, right? You still with me?
Yeah.
They wished the camera up, right? And then there's another two nurses come in with this other big machine. And I'm like, okay then. And I stuck these tubes up my ass, right? With lucky bands on the end. Are you listening? Right? All the time they're blowing fucking air up my ass. Right? Honestly, mad, right? Right? Okay, they nipped them off and that, right? And then that was it, done, right? I wasn't told what to do next. So I'm walking out of the hospital. Nobody said go to the toilet or out. Like all this air up my ass. So I'm walking home. Honestly, mate, I was farting. Right, honestly, I parked my car because I was a cheap bastard and I didn't want to park in the car park. I parked it like half a mile away in the residential street. So I'm sitting walking. Every step I took was. But nobody told us about that. I could have sat in the toilet, you know what I mean, and farted. Honestly, even when I got home, this was about half an hour later, I got on the toilet and just honestly, don't ever get your piles tied by lucky bands with it. My good God, killed me. Absolutely killed me.
I don't even want to think about that, like.
Dear me, honestly. Nobody told me, nobody warned me. Or I would have just sat in the toilet for about an hour and a half.
It's all, you know what, Dennis, right? It's all men who are about our age who are in this chat now, right? So they'll all know all this. They'll all relate to all this, right?
My good God, I couldn't believe it, man.
But you can't, at our age, you can't even trust a fart, can you, really?
Just a warning would have been nice, Moon, you know what I mean?
But apparently, right? Apparently, though, this has got some, like, chopsticks in, and you've got to wipe your cack on these chopsticks and put it in a tube and send it away.
Damn, mate.
I'm like, I remember when we told a lad at work, I can't remember who it was, right? But they told a lad at work that we've got to do you've got to give a stool sample, right? And they told him that you had to shit in the little tube. You know, not. He went to the toilet and tried to shit in the tube. Hey, fuck me, man. But yeah, it's worrying. Like it is worrying. Like when you're getting cancer.
Well, of course it is.
Mate. You just don't realise, man. You don't realise that you're 50.
Don't know what's round the corner, do you?
Yeah.
You don't know what hands you've been dealt, do you?
You know what, like Dennis? You know what, mate? There's a lad on here, right? He had quite a big channel. Everyone loved him, right? He did a boxing channel, and he must have been ill. I didn't talk to him, but I knew of him.
Oh.
And it turns out, right, he went to the doctors and he got diagnosed. He had like really stage 5 or something cancer. Mate, he was dead within like 6 weeks on YouTube, like within 6 weeks from getting diagnosed. Like, fucking bad, really bad, like.
Yeah.
But it's one of them, innit, mate? It's one of them. But yeah, you can't trust a fart, like.
No.
Fart.
No, honestly, mate.
We've all done it, man.
Unreal. What an experience. And I went back again about 2 years later to Sunderland through the hospital. And he came in, he said, okay. Because I had the same problem again, like blood from my bum, you know what I mean? You need to get checked out if you're getting blood coming out of your bum, yeah? And I went back again and he says, do you want me to do that? I went, no, you're all right. Just walked out. No, I'm not going through that again. Like,
I've never had the Johnny Giles, like, I've never really had any problem downstairs, to be honest, touch wood. But no doubt it'll come, like.
Not good, like. It's not good, mate. It's not a good experience.
See, Dennis, this is the beauty of YouTube, right? 3 hours ago, you never thought you'd be sat here telling me about your Johnny Giles, did you?
No, I wouldn't.
To 13 strangers in the chat.
That's maybe because too many Fosters. And too many smokes. Yeah, but it makes your channel good, though, doesn't it? When you got people.
Mate, this is why I do it. This is why you do these lives, because you never know what's going to happen, mate. You never know. And I'll let anyone on me. If someone come in the chat, I'll let anyone on, and that's the beauty of YouTube. And it's like going out to the pub, but sitting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And not once has anyone been called a nonce or a fucking bacon or a pedo. I just won't have it, like.
Well, that's the way you should be. That's the way you are.
I can't be doing with all that shit. Like.
Yeah, nobody can really. No normal fucking person can. Yeah.
What's happening, Jim?
I hurt me back, mate.
So my mate Jim Smith here, he's got quite a big channel on here, like.
Jim Smith.
Yeah, he's funny. He's Scottish. He's
funny. Yeah, I know. I've seen a few of them. Yeah, on yours. He's always been on yours. He always knows your panel, doesn't he?
Yeah, the thing about Jim, right, is he gets loads of shit on here, right? But all he does, he never ever calls anyone a bacon and nonce. He never brings kids into it, right? But he gets people's backs up just with the way he is, right? He does go in on people, but he does it like just a bloke, basically. But he has his haters on here, and like, if you hate Jim Smith,
the one I can't understand.
Hate Jim Smith, you know what I mean? You can't hate.
Is that the one I can't understand because he's so broad?
He loves a drink, like he loves a drink.
Yeah, I can understand our last, but he's like more broad. If you get me, more.
Oh,
What's
he's
the word?
fucking broad.
Broad.
Aye, broad.
Does your lass say Ken all the time? Do you Ken?
All the time,
I didn't Ken.
You didn't Ken. Did you hear that?
Ken, aye. I didn't Ken.
I didn't Ken.
You know that song, Dennis? It wasn't me. It wasn't
Yeah.
me. You know that
Wasn't
song?
me.
So when
Yeah.
Jim sings it, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
It wasn't me. Oh, bless.
It's funny as fuck, mate. If you're going to listen to a channel on here, listen to Jim's if you want to entertain it. Like,
Mate, I've been on Jim's a few times and I just fucking can't fucking understand the word he's fucking saying. So I've got to come off. Usually I'm fucking pissed when I get on it. That's maybe why.
I'm going to get you back into it, Dennis. I'm going to put you onto a few channels, right? Because when you're on night shift.
Mooney, I am happy with this one, and that's it.
Well, honestly, you'll get addicted, especially on night shift, mate. That's when all the naughty stuff comes out, like after 12.
Trouble is, when I'm at work, you're off, and that's when it is, isn't it? You put yours on, and it's usually only holidays when I'm really get the chance, because you can't do it when you're at work. Do you know what I mean? You haven't got the time.
Yeah. I'm going to be wrapping this up in a minute, Dennis. I'm going to. I'm looking for a song to play us out. Oh yes, I found it. So when are you back at work, like then?
Wednesday night, mate.
You know what though, mate? Don't you miss that happy hour on day shift, on your third day shift, when you know you're off for 4 days?
Yeah.
It's good buzz, that, like.
That's right.
You know, you're out with that place for 4 days, like.
Yeah, it's good, yeah. It's like you could do cartwheels. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cartwheel out of there, couldn't you?
100%. 100%, mate. Jim, is anyone else going live? Because I'll be getting into bed and I'll stick the telly on for an hour and then I'll be off. Right, Dennis, I'm going to go, mate.
Yeah, good night, mate.
Good night to you and your lass. And
good buddy. See you later. Good night.
Next time I'm on, jump on, yeah?
I will do, mate. Might be
Nice
a while.
one,
I will do. See you later, bud.
Nice one, fella.
Yeah,
Catch
see
you
you
in a bit.
later, bud. Bye-bye.
That's my mate Dennis there. He's always good crack, you know what I mean? He hasn't been on for ages. Big Baz has gone live. Yes, Peter. Good to see you, Peter. Peter, next time I'm live, mate, get yourself on. We'll hopefully your mic will be good. Play it out with this one, an old classic. I can't have the screen on though because, believe it or not, this fella struck me last time.
Even if you're rough as fuck, I still think you are low. Walls and take out Whitney Big, all the funny is pure classy. I'll take you back to my house and fucking smash your pasty. I met this lass from Whitley Bay. I took her to my house cause she wanted to play. She was like, "Wow, you're pure rod." I was like, "Yeah, let her see a pod." Cooks and tell us you always broke back, but he said you didn't like it when he made your neckies rock. Gangsta, I'm a pure lover. I wear the fuck you wrong cause I think I know your mother. She used to be a dinner nanny at the high school. I think I made her put her, so that's kinda cool. She said, "Well, that's pure cool. You can come back to mine cause you're proper low." Well, I didn't stop rocking till the break of dawn. Now and I take the fucking lot on my mobile phone. She was like, "Well, they can show you mirrors." I was like, "Course I won't, man." All the lasses in the world, I think you're pure course. Even if you're rough as fuck, I still think you are low horse. Walls and take out Whitney Big, all the funny is pure classy. I'll take you back to my house and fucking smash your pasty. Well, yeah, I met lass from Walker Gate. She had a top-notch funny, there was no debate. She had no front teeth, but she was better. I took her for a date at me local Shella. I left her slips on me Spectra gold. After a few minutes, her legs started to unfold. She ripped off her niggas like Hulk Hogan. I was like, Will, you're pure smoking. I've never met a lass like her before who loved getting rooked on a bus stop floor. She said I'm not the first and I won't be the last, so I thought, well, fuck it, I think I'll have a blast. So I'm halfway through and she starts going crackers, shouting out stuff like I'm gonna eat your knackers. She wanted me bends, but I thought, fuck that, so I pulled up me knob and blotted on her back. All the lasses in the world, I think you're pure course. Even if you're rough as fuck, I still think you are logos. Whilst and take out with you, be all the funny is pure classy. I'll take you back to my house and fucking smash your pasty. Oh well then lasses, let's see it all up on the dance floor. Flush your gear for the lads. I am Tony over there in the corner. And you know, you're good looking, you're good looking, you're good looking. But you're there, you're ugly, but I'll still ride you. All the lasses in the world, I think you're pure course. Even if you're rough as fuck, I still think you are logos. Whilst and take out with you, big all the funny is pure classy. I'll take you back to my house and